901 uniform.
901 uniform, Heathrow ground, good evening to you. Taxi Alpha, stand 515.
Yeah, TikTok's good.
Taxi Alpha 515, Scuba 901 uniform.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the stream. So we had some technical issues, just briefly. I've just realised that actually I froze as well somehow, but I'm just going to try and sort that out as well. Probably the stress of trying to get set up there.
I know.
Let's just try and get this set up. There we go. Hopefully you should see me okay, with a bit of luck. Okay.
Actually, you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Don't worry about it, Dan. We all know how good looking you are.
I don't know about that, Jerry, but we'll go there. So Andy said, "Good to see you, legends. Thank you ever so much."
Hello there, Andy. How you doing? Cedric is in as well.
It's a mist. How you doing?
Hey.
It's been a while since you've been on the stream, actually. Hello, Lachlan.
Last week, was it?
Was it It's a Mist? Was it It's a Mist on there last week? I don't know.
I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember. Cedric's on board. How you doing? How you doing, Cedric? So we've got a new look. If you have a look at the stream now, we've got a new look. So down in the left-hand side of the corner, we have a tip link. I guess who will be the favourites on that tip link, but we've got some things. Obviously,
make sure that the stand is,
the latest
513,
tipper
901
gets mentioned in the bottom right corner, as well as a static sort of thing. So the last tipper was actually Matthew. Matthew Allen actually tipped last week. So Lachlan, actually, the Discord server is coming for the Patreon members, so that will be very soon. It is actually set up already. As you can see, we are using Discord for ourselves, but I need to beef it out a bit and get it all suitable, ready for the Patreon members. But I can't wait. So I'm just making sure that we've got. So first of all, can you hear us? Okay? Can you hear? Can you hear Jerry?
1 2
okay?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I heard it through the stream myself.
Yeah, so it's all good. Yeah, is this a game? It is a game. Would you be able to show me how to use VATSIM someday? Well, I mean, Jerry's probably the man. Jerry, you could do a tutorial on your account. That would be a great thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we certainly will. We'll probably do, if you want, we'll chalk it down for a bit of a live, and we'll do it that way.
That'd be great. 1-2-1-2, Jerry, Cedric has said. Yeah, so for those that are, hi Robbie Harton over there, Matthew Allen is in the room. So you were the latest tipper on Streamlabs. You were the latest tipper there. So you've actually got a mention. But as soon as somebody tips again, your name will be replaced. And,
you're gone. You're replaced.
You'll be replaced.
Out of there.
Yeah, so seems crazy. So could you ask Jerry how was his flight, Jerry? How was your flight, Jerry?
It was non-eventful. It was grand. It was fine, as we say in Ireland. It's grand. But yeah, nice flight, nice smooth all the way over, and non-eventful.
Oh, there we go. So
just the way we like it.
It's all good. Matthew said, "Yay, replace me, somebody." Also, I mean the tip also comes up as you have a ability to put a message up with your tip as well. Yeah, I mean, it's all good fun. It's all good fun. So before we go any further, I do want to mention our Patreon members. Patreon members are a way you can support the channel further. A few of the Patreon members are in, which I'm glad to see as well. And so we'll just go to the Patreon members now. So Patreon members. In economy, we have Harry Young and Lachlan, and we have Livenish UK in business class. Niall Conway, Steve Rowe, Darren Shearer, Jimmy Huggins, Bradley Scarisbrick in business class. And in first class, we have Christian, John Restall, Kim Williams, Cedric Lorch, Matthew Allen, Mitch Davis, and there's 6 seats available over on the Patreon there. There's only 6 seats left. I mean, I can't believe we've actually got to the point where there's 6 seats left there in first class. Crazy.
Shark 167 negative for another aircraft.
Oh my God, this is so cool. it's all a bit of fun. I do appreciate everybody that's on the stream. Oh, look at this.
Okay.
Cedric has donated £4. Test 1, 2. Can you
my
read
word.
over?
Where you're on now. Continue
I love it.
all the way along.
I love it.
Until you get to
Cedric
1-1.
there has replaced Matthew.
Right there. Left.
Oh,
Bravo.
Collingwood
And then
is
right
now
onto
following.
Lima.
Collingwood is now
Target
following. It's all
249.
happening. It's great to see everybody trying out the new tipping system and the new sort of thing. So Cedric has now replaced the latest tipper, and he's done a testing 1, 2, 3. So testing 1, 2 thing, I think it was. So
Dan, if you keep going on with this tip, and I'm going to have to put you outside with your cap and make sure you get the tips again. No.
I tell you what, is that air traffic control? Yes, Naz. It's VATSIM. So Jerry, shall we get in the cockpit? So, actually, do you want to explain? Over to Jerry to explain where we're going today. Where are we going today?
Okay, guys, we are going from Heathrow. We're parked in Heathrow here at the moment, and we're heading to Manchester. Once we get to Manchester, we're actually going to do a turnaround, as if I don't think we ever did one a turnaround for everybody before. So a turnaround should take about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and we'll go through the different elements of setting up the flight plan again. But we'll do it nice and quickly, and we'll return back to Heathrow. So you can hear air traffic control in the background. That's VATSIM we're using tonight. Don't forget IVAO and VATSIM, 2 fantastic facilities that you can use in conjunction with your flight simming. So we're already logged into VATSIM and flight is planned. So we'll be talking very shortly, getting the clearance, and away we'll go.
Okay. Oh my word.
Oh my word! We haven't even got off the stand yet, and we're going to have a failure. Okay, I'm going to call crew control and ask them for a new first officer, please.
All right. Yeah.
Am I in that track?
Oh, blimey. There we go. Oh my word. Ah.
Oh.
Okay.
27 left.
Okay.
Crew control. Is there any chance we could get a new first officer, please? Dan is choking, and here he is.
Oh my word. Okay.
Are you okay?
I think so, Jerry.
Do we have to offload you?
I just don't know. I don't know whether you need to offload me or not, but I'll tell you one thing. Shall we get set up, Jerry?
Let's do it.
Are you? You're flying out, actually, aren't you?
I'm flying out. So would you mind getting out my seat so I can sit in there, please?
Am I on your lap or something? I don't know. Okay.
No, you just need over to the other seat. Get over there.
Okay. We'll have a bit of that.
There we go. That's more like it now. That's it. Okay, so Dan, will you do me a small favour? You've done the walk around earlier on. Everything was all good, but could you start loading the fuel there for us, please?
Yes, sir.
And I'll get down into the box.
The problem is that
I so let's have a look at the fuel.
Screen, so I'm not sure if you're at Heathrow.
And fuel required
flight plan or something.
Is 5 tons.
Could you check that you filed a flight plan? And
we'll do 5.1 as it's just rounding up. So we'll get that fueled in now.
Actually, here's one for you, Dan.
Yeah.
Why don't you put? Would you like to put about 9 tons on, and that'll be return fuel. We don't need to fuel them when we get to Manchester.
That's a great idea, Jerry. And is it cheaper in Heathrow than Manchester, or is it cheaper in Manchester?
Nothing is cheaper in Heathrow, I can tell you that much. Nothing. But if we put 9 tons on, I would say we're good for the return. We won't need to fuel.
Okay, so 9 tons. We'll do that now. Okay. 9 tons.
So how's your day then?
It's been really good, very productive. Very productive, and we'll do that reel as well, so we can put it in there. So 7 minutes to fuel that, Jerry. So your fuel is going on board, Jerry.
Excellent.
Or should I say captain?
Commander.
There we go.
No worries. Well, I'll tell you what, Dan, while the fuel's going on, we've done everything earlier on. We've set up the whole cockpit initially. Why don't I get the briefing out of the way, and let's get that sorted. Well, actually, let me continue with the box for one moment, and we'll get the clearance first, so we'll know what to expect from these guys.
Yeah, definitely. I
Let's do that. Okay, so let's talk to them and see what happens.
You gave me a previous clearance, 7772 is my squad.
Okay, apologies, I think something went wrong on my end. In that case, position start is approved.
I'm a bit quiet. Okay.
West, please.
Yeah, you need to just bring up a fraction. I think Matthew Allen just said that. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and do that.
Okay, I'm going to get the clearance now.
Okay.
After this guy has finished speaking.
Yeah, no problem, you too.
Heathrow, good evening. Speedbird 243 on stand 511. Request clearance to Manchester on Airbus 320.
Speedbird 243, just confirm your stand number again, please.
It's 511 according to our visuals.
Speedbird 243, Roger, thanks. Clear to Manchester, Umlaut 1 Golf departure, squawk 7017.
Squawk 7017, Umlaut 1 Golf departure, Speedbird 243.
Speedbird 243, read that correct.
Okay.
Sorry, apologies, Speedbird 243, just squawk again.
I've got 7.
Speedbird 243, squawk is 7017.
7017, thank you.
Speedbird 75 Charlie Echo, other runway, you need to turn left again, and then follow it down to Nevis.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get my mic up a little bit for. Hopefully that's got a little bit louder for everybody. You'll have to let me know if it is or not. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is that better, everybody? Can you hear my mic a little bit better?
The levels there, so he probably would give you the thumbs up.
Okay. So hopefully that should be a lot louder. A lot louder on there.
Left Alpha.
Okay, so.
And 249.
Sorry, Jerry, I muted your mic, by the way. I muted your mic when you were doing the transmission, so it didn't repeat back twice, but I forgot to unmute it, so I've just unmuted it now.
Okay.
Right,
So you're trying to exclude me from the stream already. Okay, fair enough.
Is 190 an hour a good for a Cessna 152? It's probably about right with an instructor. I mean, it depends on whether you're down south or not. At my local club, it's 155 or 160 pound an hour for a Cessna 152. For a PA28, it's around 185 pound for a Cessna 152 for the hour. So, yeah. Mitch Davis, how you doing? Patreon member. Flying Dustman, how you doing? Okay, so what do you want to set up, Captain? By the way, let's get back.
No, I think we've got the fuel on. We're pretty much ready to go. Just going to give the brief now.
Okay, yeah.
And that's it. So if you want to, just fire over towards my side of the jerry cam.
Yeah, jerry cam. We're going to jerry cam.
So I'm going to move you to stand 248.
248.
Okay, it's on.
It's on.
Excellent. Okay, guys, here's the Heathrow layout tonight. As you can see, we're parked just over here. We're the little pink dot there, the triangle. So that's where we're parked on the Terminal 5 there in Heathrow. Once we push back off them, he's going to give us clearance around taxiing down either Alpha or Bravo, and we'll come down all the way down here, and we're going to depart off the runway 27 left. And it's going to be the Umlaut 1 Golf departure. So what does that mean? That means when we get on the runway, first of all, we check the flexes set by AD, call 100 V1, rotate on the engine and flight instruments, and call any failure. In the event of a failure before V1 down, I'll call stop or go. In the event of a stop, we'll close thrust levers and select max reverse. You call spoilers, reverse screen, decel, 100 knots, 70 knots, we call ATC, but we'll take no further actions until the aircraft has come to a stop, the reverses are cancelled, and the parking brake is set. In the event of a failure at or after V1 or VICOL go, I'll continue to take off. You raise the landing gear as normal and silence any oral warnings and announce the failure. And above 500 feet, we'll consider primary ECAM actions. Be alert for pilot incapacitation and any deviations from our SOPs. The departure today will take us off this runway here. We'll actually just circle it there for you. And then we'll be going straight on out. It's called the Umlaut 1 Golf. We'll overfly 3 miles from the London VOR, continuing on to 4 miles from London VOR out to a navade called Burnham. So, in the Burnham. We'll pick up then a northerly track of 356. 10 miles from London, we've got to be between 4,000 and 6,000 feet. And at Umlaut, we have to be at 6,000 feet according to ATC. There's all the information on that plate there. The big important part is we don't go above 250 knots below 10,000 feet. The airport elevation is 83 feet. And warning, due to interactions with other routes, do not climb above 6,000. So there's a warning for us as well. And that's basically the departure that we're going to be doing this evening. So the biggest threats to the operation going over here, Dan, this evening is going to be traffic. And if we have to use our TCAS system, which I believe it works, we'll just follow the TCAS. Okay? So hopefully we don't encounter any of that. And other than that, I can't think of anything else.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Thanks for the briefing. I appreciate that. So we are almost there with the fuel. So we're at 8.7 tons on the fuel now. So if you just go back to my cam, you'll see that coming in now. So 8.7 tons. So we've put 9 tons in. So we're nearly there. Are there any actions that I need to do before we call for pushback clearance?
I tell you what you can do. You can give me the initial before start checklist just to the line.
Okay, yep. So initial before start checklist, cockpit prep.
Oh, hey, and that's why we do a checklist, because I didn't even start the APU.
Or was that my job?
No, that was mine. No, we're all good.
Okay.
We're all good.
Okay.
So Mitch says it's like Jerry has almost done this before, once or twice, haven't we, Dan? We've done this once or twice before.
I'll put
now that would be something like a standard brief now that you would use. Departing airport.
Okay, that's great. And I'm just looking around just to make sure. Okay, yep.
All about the APU. I didn't. Everything else is done.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Okay, so EFS switches.
I mean, let's get to the cockpit prep first.
Oh, so cockpit prep. Sorry.
I'm still waiting for the APU to fire up.
Oh, is it? Oh, blimey.
Oh dear. Lachlan, I didn't get to his comment earlier on, but he did say that he was looking for to track the a certain flight there on Saturday. Well, actually, I think it was Sunday. You wouldn't have found it because it was cancelled, and you were correct. It was. So that's where we got to spend an extra night in our destination.
Fantastic.
Anyway, go ahead, Dan. We're all ready to go.
Okay, so cockpit prep
is complete.
EFS switches.
They're on.
Gear pins and covers.
There's 3 behind and none outside.
Signs.
On, auto and armed.
ADIRSs.
3 and nav is checked.
Fuel and block.
Fuel is 9 tons and ready for that's enough for the return.
Okay, a barrel reference.
It's Q&H set there of 1019, once, twice, 3 times across the board, reading 80 feet.
Okay, and below the line?
We'll hold below the line for the moment. If you just want to do the performance for us, and then we are ready to go.
Okay, so we'll get the performance done. Let's just get that view off there, and so
we might as well get you to do something then, you know.
I think that would be the case, to be fair. Yeah, let's just let's have a look and see if we can get.
So when you're doing that, Mitch says, how realistic is it compared to the real thing, process, SOPs, and cockpit visuals, etc.? Well, obviously, Mitch, it's not exactly in real world, but it's getting very close, especially with the introduction of VATSIM, and you have air traffic control sort of, you got to comply with them as well. So what we do on a night-to-night basis, and obviously you've seen the streams before, is we'll try and keep it as close as we can we've got a person who's using SOPs all the time and a person who's doing extremely well there in the SOP. So we do a very good job from a dual cockpit stream. And I won't say it's exact, but it's very close. I forgot, Dan, we've still got to say some passengers, I'm afraid. still loading
really?
there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So just give that another 2 minutes before the passengers have finished loading there. We've got 125 of 146 loaded.
Okay, fine, yeah. And of course,
Yep.
that will affect the center of gravity, won't it?
It does.
Yeah.
We'll have to you just have to get those figures again when it's fully. I'll keep an eye on it here. Okay. But Dan literally said, "I'm the captain now."
No, I didn't. I think that was referring to cutting your mic off, Jerry. I think that was Fly UK. Do you have a certain airline you would like to work for, or do you not mind? To be honest, I don't have anybody particularly. You know, I mean, obviously, your first job, you can't be too picky, can you, Jerry? Let's be honest. It's
difficult to get into airlines, but once you get in there, obviously things open up a little bit more. You know.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting for the passengers to load.
So just one more before they finish there. Playing Geek says, how can you talk to air traffic control on the game? I can't find how to do it. Well, basically we use, if you go to VATSIM, VATSIM is basically the air traffic control simulation of the world, and there's a nice little piece of software called vPilot will join them and us together. So as we have set up with the sim here, we also are running a second piece of software called VATSIM, and that's how we talk through VATSIM to them, and they can actually see us on the little scope, so it ties in nicely.
Yeah. No, it's a great explanation. And going back to the fuel situation where we've put 9 tons on. Would that be the common practice to sort of put enough fuel for a return flight? You know, would it be common practice to have, you know, actually always refuel once you're there? You know.
Well, here is a typical example of an extremely short flight, which would probably incorporate an extremely short turnaround. And the shorter the turnaround, like, I mean, you've got issues when it comes to fueling and boarding. So you may not want to be fueling and boarding, because that will put one person generally out of the cockpit on a headset, making sure everything is out on side, watching the fueler while people are boarding. So that eliminates that in the turnaround. So all we got to do is just get on the stand when we get to the far side, as the passengers are offloading. We're already setting up for the turnaround, ready to go. Dan, we are ready. If you want to do the performance there, that'd be great.
All right, let's go.
The cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations.
Okay, so 23.5 is the...
Yeah. Anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Okay, I'd say 1 up, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll clear this off.
Let's go to the init there and put that part in with 9 tons.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, all right.
9 tons.
Yeah.
Back to
Matthew Allen he thinks Emirates all the way, and the 380 is going to be the better aircraft. Don't know about that. It's too big. you want something a bit sporty. Did you do a TKS TARA test from the flight computer? I don't believe it's actually simulated on the fly-by-wire system here.
Okay then, Jerry. The V speeds are in. Ready for below the line?
Yeah, below. Well, let's just make sure he's going to let us go first. There's no slash. Stand by. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give him a shot. And Heathrow Speedbird 243. We are fully ready for push and start.
Speedbird 243, push and start, approved facing south.
Push to start, approved facing south, Speedbird 243. Yes, we are good to go. Below the line, please.
Okay, below the line. Mobile and phone and iPad.
It's off airplane mode.
Take off data.
It's set for runway 27 left with speeds of 130, 131, 135 and toga.
Windows and doors.
Is closed and... I can never get this. There we go. And armed.
Okay, thrust levers.
Idle.
And ATC transponder.
It's auto.
Parking brake.
It's set. Pressure's checked.
Beacon.
And the beacon is on.
Okay,
excellent.
Perfect. Okay, I'll just...
So there we go.
Just make sure the jet bridge is gone. Is the jet bridge gone? I'm just looking now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, Dan, if you want to call the truck there.
Yeah, I'll call the truck.
Back. So where we're flying to Manchester this evening. Very short sector with a quick turnaround, and we'll be coming back to Heathrow.
And we're facing south, aren't we, actually?
Facing south, yeah. So that'll be tail going right.
And Jerry, you're make sure you've got control over this. Actually, do you want? Yeah, you've got control now.
I have control there.
You have control.
Okay.
So I just.
So you pushed. Actually, will you push the?
I'll do the pushback.
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
do
the
the pushback.
Okay, so take control again.
Okay, you take control.
Bravo Yankee, stand 523.
Cockpit to ground.
Super.
Okay.
This is ground. Stand
Alpha
by.
Link 58, Bravo Yankee, stand 523.
All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment.
And tell me when you want the parking brake released.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the
Oh,
aircraft.
Heathrow's busy this evening. There's a good few in on VATSIM.
Very busy.
Yeah, it's a good few. I'm just looking outside there. There's a good few in on VATSIM.
104.
Standing by for pushback.
Okay.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brakes set.
Okay, cleared for push start.
All the audio for the pushback is over your channel.
Yeah,
Then, you know?
sorry, yeah. Release parking brake.
Brakes are
Parking
released.
brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You
Okay.
can start the engines in sequence.
Commencing pushback,
It will start
starting
in sequence.
engines in sequence.
Right, GB.
Okay, and we're.
Okay.
Are we sorry?
So-
facing.
It's facing south. Yeah,
Okay.
it will be the tail. Tail will be going to our right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so let's start. Select onto ignition
Ignition.
and starting engine number 1.
Engine number 1.
Do 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 do.
It's having a bit of a
Hour
dance
away.
again. Oh dear, I love it. I love
There
it.
we go. We're good. We're on time. Well, our time anyway. 6 minutes late, so that's not too
Yeah.
bad. I thought it was 8 o'clock.
Definitely.
So there we go.
Okay.
We'll start bringing the tail around now, and we'll pick up the taxi line.
Just be ready 243. Could you ask your ground crew to push you past link 55 just in case company traffic isn't ready before you.
So VATSIM won't work for me. I'm on Xbox. Hopefully PC. Yeah, you need a PC for it. I'm afraid PC all the way for these kind of things. So you turning now, Dan?
I will be turning. Yeah.
No, the other way. The other way.
Yeah.
The other way.
The other way.
the other right. Not right. The other right. And we'll pick up that taxi line. See where he is there?
Yeah, I've just I'm going to stop here because I can't go any further.
Yeah.
Okay. Parking brake set.
Parking brake is
Parking
set.
brake set.
Parking brake
And
set.
you can release him and let him go. Starting engine number 2.
Starting engine number 2.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Clear it to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
There we go.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay. Pushback's complete. We've got the tug leaving now, which is great.
Excellent. We'll just start engine number 2. Lachlan wants to know, what's the call sign? We are the Speedbird 243 this evening, and the return one will be the Speedbird 244.
Either answer 793 on Bravo, request terminal 3.
Speedbird 793. Yep, that's fine. Stand by.
Dan,
So,
sorry.
yeah, I'm just seeing that comment. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, are you aware there is an update for the pushback where it can be pre-planned? That's interesting.
Taxi.
No.
It is.
Foxtrot, stand 342.
Foxtrot stand 342, Speedbird 793.
Okay, that is good. So
Ignition back
I'll
to start.
ignition back to normal,
Start, yeah, normal, sorry.
and I'll go bring down the APU.
Okay, and
I'll
I'll
review and the spoilers,
arm the
please.
spoilers.
Flap
Set to
1,
1.
and the
medium.
trim is set. Super.
And max brakes? Or not? Sorry.
Yeah, please. Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely
Yeah,
right.
okay.
So can we have the after start checklist, please? Sorry, let me do the instruments there while that aircraft's in front of us. So we have 30 on the tape, 130 blue, 135 magenta, climate nav blue, 1FT2, heading 222 once, twice, 3 times. 2 point is the intercept 222.6 of the nautical miles. So before excuse me, the after start checklist, please.
Okay, after start checklist, engine anti-ice
Is checked.
Engine mode selector
Is normal.
Rudder trim
Is 0.
Pitch trim.
It's 1 up.
Flight instruments
Are checked.
ECAM status
Is checked.
After start checklist complete.
So we are good to go. So
Okay,
let me push. Let me just push on the taxi lights.
Midland 3 Papa Kilo, push and start face east.
Wow, this is.
Can you see him move? Do you see him moving off on your side?
Yeah.
That's grand. Okay, we'll call for taxi then.
Okay, and Jerry, just to confirm, do you want me to? Oh, can't hear you, Jerry.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Do you want me to taxi out and then give you control at takeoff?
No, it's okay as it is. Just because one remains in control and that's it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's just see how it goes, right?
Okay. I'll give you control then now. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You got control.
I have control. And Speedbird 243, Quest Taxi.
Speedbird 243, Taxi Alpha, hold Lowman.
Taxi Alpha and hold Lowman, Speedbird 243. So he asked us to go to a point called Lowman. I'm just calling up on the plate here.
Yep.
And basically it is... I think it... Let me just look at... I need to get second plate for that. Taxiing. And Lowman is... Oh, yeah, Alpha Taxi. Oh, it's all the way down. That's okay, it's a long way. It's a long way down. Okay, so brakes released.
Brakes released. And
let's taxi.
Evening, Alex. Welcome to the stream. Evening, Alfie. Is this VATSIM? It is VATSIM. Yeah. So there's quite a few of you in the house tonight. So the A350 1000 looks really nice. Matthew Allen has said.
Yeah. Yeah, see, they're planning a direct Sydney to London Heathrow on that one.
Oh,
that's going to be... that is going to be a
Craig
hard flight.
Salter has donated. He's just got the top spot, or the latest spot, should I say, on the donations. Thank you so much, Craig, for the donation. Really do appreciate it. Jerry's flying this one out, aren't you, Jerry?
I'm trying.
Oh, thank you, Fortnite Gaming, for the TikToks. I appreciate that. Thanks for the follows as well, Game Player. And thanks for the likes, Luke, Lorenzo on TikTok. And thank you for everybody that's watching over on the other channels as well. Do appreciate it. Thanks for the roses. Tombo. Matthew Allen said 20 hours, lol, only if somebody pays me to fly in the first class cabins.
I hear you.
Oh dear. Yeah, I said a similar thing about the video about that. So, thank you, KB2407 for following on the other channel. Thank you. So, RAF, Royal Air Force, hello. How you doing? Zembu, how you doing? Thanks for the coffee, Iza, I think it is. Harry, hello. How you doing?
Dan,
oh my word, what's going on?
Yeah,
oh my word. Okay.
It's all right. It's to do with I've got an issue here. It's okay. I can get it back. It's
okay,
fine.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
We're going to get kicked off VATSIM at this rate. Failure Friday has happened on Wednesday. Okay, so we're going the wrong way now, aren't we, Jerry? Or we?
It was actually no. It's fine now.
Heathrow director on
Here we go. 119.725 confirmed for Speedbird 243.
Street Papa Kilo, I'm about to close now to contact directors for your taxi on 119.725. Good night.
Okay. 119.725. Could you share that up there for us, Dan? 119.725.
Yeah.
Heathrow ground now closing. Contact Heathrow director on 119.725. Good night, Heathrow out.
Did you put the 4x4 tires on that, just in case? We need to know.
So was it 119.725?
725. Yeah. Sometimes you can look at the iPad there, go to the comms menu and hit activate, and it'll throw it up.
Okay, all right.
On the iPad, it's very good. And a lovely little feature that they brought in.
Okay, that's swatched over, Jerry, now for you.
That's great, thank you.
Wow, I mean, that was crazy. We're off-roading, Mitch just said.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was actually the when I just went, I had to make sure that my joystick was connected to the wheels. It wasn't.
Oh, wow.
No, it's okay. Heathrow Director, good evening, Speedbird 243. We're taxiing to Hull Short of Lomond. Interesting.
Is it gone over with your channel?
No, it hasn't. That's
okay.
exactly. So
okay.
it's okay.
I'll
no, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I'll get it here. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll just have to go over to the iPad.
Funny enough, you actually, it's not. Is it 11? It's 119, isn't it? Yeah, it's still on COM2 for me. Actually, really weird.
Oh no, it has to be all on comms 1.
Oh,
all on my side. All on my side.
Sorry, that's my fault.
Yeah.
These
trainees.
What a schoolboy error. Eh?
Stop.
So 119.
725.
7.
Dan, have you not learned how to use our radios yet? We've been doing this long enough.
Terrible. So would I have to tune your side then? If I was doing
you
the
have
radios?
to. You would have to tune my side. So the reason that we tune everything on the side, on the left-hand side for the captain, is that the radios on the left-hand side in the systems, this is for people who are tech-minded, right? All the radios on the left-hand side are connected to the hot battery bus. So in other words, if we had an emergency electrical configuration or any massive power failure, the radios are hot-wired straight into the battery. So at the end of the day, they will still work. The radios on the right-hand side are used for monitoring. So to have the active frequency always working, we keep it on the left-hand side.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go. This is something you didn't know.
I know. Well, at least I know. At least I know what radios to tune in.
Exactly.
Okay, so
245 degrees for November.
Oh, dear.
Just going to check a few things. You just keep entertained there.
I will indeed. And Speedbird 243 Director, we're taxing Hull Short of Lomond.
243 Roger.
Okay, sorry.
So
what sort of day?
3 Bravo Kilo first right hold to November Bravo 3, and then from November Bravo 3 to
what sort of day you had then, Jerry?
It's been okay. It's grand. I have to say I'm still catching up on the jet lag a little bit, but relatively okay. I won't complain. Let's put it that way. I won't complain. If I do, the wife won't even listen to me.
So I just promised a few people the stream, so I'm just sharing the link to them, which I forgot to do before. So there we go.
Yeah. So James Rowland, been flying for 3 years, didn't know that. Well, there you go, James. When it comes to I can't say this for sure, but I would say the high majority of jetliners, all radios on the left-hand side, number 1 radios are on the hot bus.
So
that's a fantastic element of redundancy. A typical example,
Definitely. I tell you what, it's so busy at Heathrow. It's like
I know. I know.
It feels very real today. Feels very real.
Yeah.
Okay, so good evening, Kim. Kim's in the room. How you doing? One of the Patreon members there. And Tombo said, "When are we going up?" Very soon, hopefully. We're in a bit of a queue here. You can see the queue.
There's traffic here in Heathrow. And this is actually, believe it or not, the traffic that you're looking at is other people who's doing Flight Sim tonight, and they're all tuned into VAT Sim. We all log in and we all get shown each other and where we are.
It's crazy.
It's very impressive,
Descend down to 5,000 feet for runway 27 right, QNH 1019 November Quebec 0.
Okay, let's see where. Oh, will you not give us a little... I don't mind, I can skip the queue. We can take off from an intersection, but you won't allow us.
No, look, it's all good. I tell you what we'll do. We'll mention the Patreon members again now. There's a few more people in here. So Patreon's a way you can support the channel further. You get a bit of an animation as well if you join Patreon during the stream. And economy, we have Harry Young, Lachlan, and we have Livenish UK in business class. Niall Conway, Steve Rowe, Darren Shearer, Jimmy Huggins, Bradley Scarisbrick. And in first class, we have Christian, John Restall, Kim Williams, Cedric Lorch, Matthew Ellum, Mitch Davis, and an empty 6 seats in their first class ready to be taken. So that was the Patreon members, and I do appreciate everybody that does support the channel further on a monthly basis. You are the best. Thank you so much. So,
11,000 feet.
What happens then, Jerry? What happens if you need the toilet as a pilot at this point? You know?
I tell you what, can you just hold that question? Come back to me in a second, because I'm going to try and negotiate with air traffic control to get out ahead of this guy. I don't know whether he knows what he's doing ahead of us here, but let's see, can he give us a taxi instruction to get out before him? 1 second.
Descend on the glider path, runway 279.
I think we might have to go on the grass.
I know, we'll get him to move up forward.
Okay, you need to tell me that the first time, please. Then the field will be at your 1 o'clock, range 26 miles, reporting site.
This guy ahead of us, I don't know whether he knows what he's actually doing, because he's blocking up the taxiway here, so hopefully they'll ask him to move. Yeah. Speedbird 243, we are taxiing in turn. We're holding behind another, I think it's the 330. We're available for an intersection departure.
Roger. Charlotte Charlie, descent flight level 70.
He's not taking us on. He's not even listening to us at this moment.
The Jerry cam's on, by the way.
He's moving. He heard us getting a little bit irritated.
Oh, sorry, coming to taxi, Bravo.
He's gone.
Oh, that's very kind. That's very kind of him, Jerry. We're now...
I know, I tell you, that happens in real life as well.
Does it? I love it. What runway are you taking off on, Ryan Jones has asked?
27 left.
27 left.
And we'll ask him, can we go from November 3? And Speedbird 243, we're fully ready for departure November 3.
Speed 243, roger. Behind you, departing company 320 via November Bravo 3, line up 27 left behind.
Line up now via November 3 and 27 left behind, Speedbird 243. There we go. So,
there we go.
Lights, strobes, make sure that's on, Dan.
Okay.
With a 3 public kilo, contact London Control 127.
PWS.
127.1, 3 public kilo. November 98, Quebec Sierra, you've turned off the heading. Do you have the food in sight?
Flight please prepare for
yeah, sorry, we're having problems in the cockpit. Yeah, runway 27 right field and side for November, Quebec Sierra.
And there we go.
260 degrees.
There we go, let's throw PWS TA or A. There we go. We're ready to go then.
Okay.
Just hold the toilet question till we get in the air here.
Okay, so before takeoff checklist, do we need that?
Yeah, quickly.
Okay. Flight controls.
Our checks.
Briefing nav aids.
F departure of 27 left.
Flaps. Set.
When it's pan selected, 1 plus F is indicated.
ATC code.
It's set.
ECAM memo.
Take off no blue.
Below the line. iPad.
Stowed.
Cabin.
Secure.
PAX APU.
On and off.
And TCAS.
TARA.
Okay. Alright, ready for takeoff.
Okay, so just waiting on the clearance.
Yeah, but you start turning right. Now speed 220 knots.
Come on, we need clearance. Let's go.
Sorry, Charlie, speed 220 knots. 220 knots, shuttle, set Charlie.
So listen out for speedboard 243.
There you go.
Shuttle Victor, push and start approved, face east. Face east, Shuttle Victor.
Just move into place.
Speedbird 1 to Hotel Golf, descend, flight level 80. Flight level 80, we want to Hotel Golf.
Oh, come on.
Quebec Romeo, descend, flight level 70.
If he doesn't give us clearance in the next 30 seconds, I'll give him a push.
Right, heading 180 degrees.
This is in real life as well, like not Heathrow, but
Do you have a field in sight?
yeah.
So Robbie, Jerry is captain this evening. Top right is captain. I'm first officer. Yeah.
Do you want to? Orlando wants to know, can Dav give ATC a try? He can. However, it's set up just for my radio at the moment.
160 operator, still 40 ME for November Quebec 0.
Okay, I'm going to give him a little push now and let him know I'm fully ready. That's people 243 fully ready for departure.
Oh, it's...
He's a busy guy.
26 track miles, runway 27 right, descend to altitude 4,000.
He's actually controlling many sectors which you wouldn't normally do in real life, but he's doing a good job here.
Condition 1019 and descend Sagan, South Back Roman.
Shuttle 7 Charlie, turn right, heading 240 degrees, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, to established.
Send it. Yes, exactly. ATC is a real person. They're actually doing their ATC sim as well as we're doing flight sim. But they're combined together. Oh dear. He's leaving us on the runway here.
Oh dear.
They're able to fly the approach.
I'm still able to fly the approach from November Quebec 0.
Shuttle 7 Charlie, turn right, heading 300 degrees to establish.
Okay, I'm gonna get in here now and just ask him for clearance.
Shuttle 7 Charlie, Speed 1 to Golf, fly heading 260 degrees. Fly heading 260 degrees, they want to head above. Shuttle 1 for Whiskey, Heathrow direct, leave bobbing.
Oh, he's so busy.
He's been sat here for
He's
so
so
long
busy.
now.
I know, one moment.
So long.
November 9 at Quebec Sierra 27 right, clear to land, wind 290 degrees, 4 knots.
Clear to land, runway 27 right for November Quebec 0.
Shuttle 7 Charlie, speed 1.
Oh, this is ridiculous. If he doesn't, I feel like just going. We can't do this.
Jerry, we have rules, mate. We have rules. We can't just go.
Speedboard 243 fully ready on 27 left.
Stand by, Shuttle 7 Charlie, descend altitude.
Oh,
Further descent on the ILS. Gave you descent 5 miles ago, start your descent now, please.
It's actually to stand by, so you've got to be...
Yeah, no, he's very busy. He's very busy.
4,000 feet, expedite now, QLH 1019.
He's under pressure.
019, 5,000 feet, Papa Romeo.
Here we go. Come on, come on. Is it 243? Come on.
Speed 1 USA Golf, descent to flight level 70.
Yeah, I can send a text message, I know, but instead of sending a text message, you're off just getting a voice for the stream, you know.
You're supposed to be in sterile cockpit mode, Airbus teacher said. That is correct, but...
Here we go. Here to go, 27 left, speedboard 243. So, lights is on, check is complete, and takeoff. Set 50% on the thrust levers.
Right 240, when established, ignite by time has
Stabilized, heavy.
Stabilized.
Setting Toga. Okay, man Toga SRX, runway the other thrust is blue, thrust is set. 100 knots.
Check. V1.
Rotate.
Speed 393 by November Bravo 3, not number 2 to the left.
Positive climb, gear up.
Gear up.
Speed 393, 2 to the left, good takeoff, wind 290 degrees, 4 knots.
Okay, AP1 please.
AP1.
America, return right, heading 300 degrees to establish the ILS 27 right.
To right, heading 300 to establish.
Climb thrust.
People free, contact on the
And
control,
thrust.
127 decimal 1, goodbye.
127.1, speedbird 243, bye-bye. So,
Shuttle 7 Charlie going around.
hey, can you set up 127.1 for us, please, Dan?
Yeah. Shuttle 7 Charlie, Roger. Start west.
Okay, there's a missed approach off runway 27 right, so he could be...
Say again for Shuttle 7 Charlie.
He could...
Shuttle 7 Charlie.
Oh, there.
Now heading 360 degrees. Right heading on altitude, Shuttle 7 Charlie.
S plus increasing.
Turn right heading 360 degrees.
Flaps 0.
Flap 0.
Heading 360.
1.
Okay, 127.1 is in the box.
That's great, thank you. Okay, we'll get the call in and then we'll do the checks, okay? London, good afternoon, speedbird 243. We're passing 4,700 feet, climb to 6,000 feet on Yumnat 1 Golf departure.
243, hello, flight now, flight level 180.
I'm now flight level 180, speedbird 243. So let me just get this right. And I can't get the... Here we go. 180, so it is 180. Set standard.
Set standard.
And that's grand. Standards now. Yeah, it's set passing 67 for 180. Trust climb, open climb, flight level 180 blue. And after takeoff, checks please.
Okay, after takeoff checklist. Okay, landing gear
is up.
Flaps
are retracted.
Hacks
on and pressurizing.
APU.
APU is off.
Barrel reference.
It's Q&A set.
Okay, after landing check. Sorry, after takeoff checklist complete. Thank you for the roses, Jenna. Thank you. And thank you for the tips and the gifts as well. So the last gifter was Craig Salter with £4.20 there. So thank you so much, Craig, for those, and hi to everybody that's watching the stream. So for those that just joined in the stream, we're actually doing a return flight today. We're doing a flight from Heathrow to Manchester and back again. So Jerry in the top right hand corner, Flight Island, is essentially flying us out. So it's great. So we've got Jerry's cam on at the moment, so he's in a static mode, but that's fine.
I am in static mode at the moment. Now there we go. That's just there you go. There we go. It's starting now.
So the Jerry cam is on. So Jerry is top right, and he flies for an airline in real life, an Airbus A320. Thanks for the gifts, Kim. You're a legend. Thank you for all the likes and shares as well. So yeah, so Jerry Fly Island flies flies the Airbus in real life, and he's captain at the moment, and he will be captain also on the way back, but I will be pilot flying on the way back, and Jerry pilot monitoring. How cool is that, eh?
Hey,
just to be real about it.
Yeah, this is real as it gets.
So what flight level are we going to, Jerry, again?
We're going to flight level 180. Now, here's the thing, Dan, right? Here's a typical example that I don't think we've done a short sector like this before in the streams. Literally, when we get to flight level 180, we're preparing for our descent. That's how quick these kind of sectors are. So it's going to be no time at all, really, maybe 10, 15 minutes at most.
That's crazy.
But the whole idea is to get prepared. So while we're climbing, can you get the weather for me for Manchester?
Yeah, sure.
So Garrett says, is there any ground at EGCC? Garrett, I think I had a look at it there earlier on. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, I think there's ground tower and on the approach. So well, actually, it's Liverpool. Liverpool is doing the vectoring, I believe. According to flight sim, to the maps, I should say. Direct Trent, speedbird 243. So direct to Trent.
Alright, you can have the Mac do. Yeah.
Direct to Trent. And insert the direct Trent. There we go.
Okay.
I don't know. We might be flying over Dan's house pretty shortly, I think.
Perfect. Okay. Am I okay to have the MacDo computer again?
You are indeed. Yeah, and he said when the air traffic controller says direct, we gotta go. So I'll cruise. We are in the cruise, and quick sec here. So the lights, I'm going to bring those. We'll bring those in. Don't need those. We take the seatbelt sign off for the moment, and the wing switch those off. Airport, if you are standard is set, and we will clear and copy. You're getting the weather now.
Yep.
And are you finished with the MacDo?
For 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, mess.
There we go. So, what else have we got here? So, how long is the flight? It's just about 30 minutes, and it's got Matt. It's very short, but it's a very intense flight. So, as soon I'm actually asking Dan, can I use the MacDo because I want to get prepared for the descent.
You MacDo's all yours.
Super. I'll let you have the comments. My head is down for the moment, preparing for the approach.
Yeah. Thank you, Playing Geek, for the gifts. Cam, thank you for the roses as well. Oliver, thank you for following, and thank you everybody that's watching the stream. So we're on the way to Manchester from Heathrow. Very short flight, Matthew, definitely. And Fearless has asked how long the flight is as well. So yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at those messages again.
Riding 160, Hotel Zulu. Felix 52 London.
Can you hear me, Dan?
I can hear you. Yeah.
That's
sorry.
okay.
What did you want?
No, you're okay.
I was reading the comments. Live ATC is that sim. Look at the website. Yes. Where are the aerostesses? I don't know.
We don't even get to talk to them about this short sector. This is really short. On a sector like this, you would actually make a PA to the passengers on the ground, let them know there is a very short sector that you won't get a chance to actually speak to them in the cruise, and you'll see them on the far side. Dan, I'd like to give you a quick brief. This is going to be basically straight up here, and they're going to radar vector in for an approach for runway 23 right. I'm expected in Manchester. Okay. So let me just get the plans. There we go. So let's get the ILS plate, and I'll tell you when to put on the jerry cameras already on. Okay, Dan, if you could put the jerry cam on.
Yeah. Jerry cam's on.
Okay, so this is going to be very brief because we're going to, with the whole approach, we're going to be radar vectored onto this. This is the approach there for runway 23 right. And basically, we'll be coming in. I'm expecting to be joining the approach at approximately 3,000 feet. We'll have an inbound course of 232, all the way down to the MDA of 450 feet. In the event of a missed approach, we'll be go around flaps, positive right climb, check gear up, push for autopilot and push for nav, and it'll be straight ahead to 750 feet. We'll turn up north, climbing to an altitude of 3,500 feet. So this is Cat 1 approach, 450 feet, so it says 449 there, but 450 feet we'll round it up. And we just do a check height of 4 nautical miles. Once we get down on the ground, we're expecting taxiing right off the runway, and then wherever ATC will send us down for a stand. Might request stand number 8 in Manchester because it's handy to get to. So other than that, I just want to have a quick look at the box now. And having a look at the flight plan. That's the approach there for runway 23 right. The progress, we're looking at GPS primary, NavX3 is high. Performance, we're going to have a look at the performance I put in there. As I said earlier on there, 450 feet being the decision height for the Cat 1 there. I said 449, 450 is good. And there's the weather that's in there, and standard thrust reduction, acceleration and engine out. So with that in mind, I think, any questions, Dan?
No questions at the moment. I mean, It's the first time that I've actually done a short flight with you, actually, Jerry, as well, isn't it? So it's all going to be new for me as well. We haven't actually done a short flight. I think the early days we've done a very short flight, but this is the first time in a long while we've done a short flight. You know, certainly the first time we've done a return, which is great. You know.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah. So that's basically it there now, and we are ready for, would you believe, an approach. So when they give us descent, we're all ready good to go.
Okay, great.
Look at the views.
I know. I'm just going to have a look at the outside shot, but while I do that, I won't be able to hear you, Jerry. So just let me just give us 5 minutes.
Yeah. So while Dan's outside, we can talk about him now and say, oh my word, how did he survive without me over the last few days? Did he crash? I didn't see some of the streams. So you guys got to keep an eye on him when I'm not about. Oh, I'm upside down. There we go. So Highland says, can I ask, what would you happen if you went off flight plan? Well, in the VATSIM world here, they might just question you and ask you about it and ask you to get back on. If you don't comply, they might get a little bit ratty with you. I'm not quite sure, and only rightly so. I mean, they're trying to do professional service here. If that happened in the real world, there's an excellent chance you could be intercepted, and by that country they may send a little small fast jet up to have a look at you and make sure you're okay. But yeah, let's put it this way, it's something you just don't want to do. Matthew said he landed and crashed at the mountain runway again in the A320. Dan, my word, are you not looking after the plane for me when I'm away?
Look, it was an accident, Matthew. You shouldn't be telling Jerry stuff like that, you know. But mind you, saying that, actually, yes, I landed at the Lucas Airport in an Airbus A320, and actually it was straight on, it was bang on. So I mean, you can replay that back if you want a bit of a laugh about that. But
I just questioned the mental stability of even trying that.
It was good fun. It was a good stream, you know. Is commercial pilot training hard? What qualifications do you need? Thanks.
It's not hard. It's not hard. Actually, I just want to point out something to you before I answer that question. As you can see down, we're approximately around 70 miles away from the runway. We are 18,000 feet. So for everybody out there, when do we start our descent? We're approximately 70 miles away. Multiply 18 by 3. Straight's 24, so 54. We've got another 16 miles to go before we start our descent. And anyway, getting back to the commercial question that you were asking.
Just to check. I've actually got 81 as a distance on my side.
Yeah, that's 81 flight plan distance.
Okay. So you're looking at the.
I could put the London VOR back in there again, and it'll tell me that I'm going to Trent, back to the London VOR, and back up again, and it'll add all that up. I'm looking at the screen, the good old-fashioned Mark 1 eyeball. Have a look at the screen and use your eyes, and you can see we're approximately 70 away.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Approximately. Oh, here we go. The top.
What's this now?
Hey.
Shuttle 8 Victor, climb flight level 380. Is that your requested? 380, Shuttle 8 Victor.
1 second.
So, Matthew.
So he says, sorry, ATC is onto me here as well.
Oh, really?
I just want to ask him. Speedbird 243, were you calling?
Yes, there's no further ATC available now, so 1 Unicorn 122 decimal 8. Goodbye.
122 decimal 8. Thank you for the service, Speedbird 243. There we go. Just tank him because I don't want to annoy him like we were doing earlier on.
Sure.
122 decimal 8. I'll put that in myself there. I have time for it. So we are now uncontrolled. So now we're going to be descending ourselves. Okay. So Dan, I'm going to select flight level 80 initially.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go thrust idle, open descent,
okay,
constraints, terrain, and on below. Super.
Okay, Matthew Allen has said, actually, what happens after you finish your ATPL with Bristol Ground School, Dan? Do you then look for a job with a commercial carrier? Who would you then train into, who would then train you into the relevant class? So actually, there's a few steps before that. It's a great question, Matthew. So basically, after the ATPL theory's done, all the tests are completed. I then have, I think it's up to, is it 12 months after that, Jerry? I'm a little bit sort of rusty.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
it might be a bit longer.
It might be 18 months after that, or 24 months. It might be 24 months. So in that time, I need to then get my commercial test done, my CPL done, and the training, my multi-engine, and I then need to get my instrument rating. So that'll all take a few months.
243 descending flight level 80. Sorry, you go ahead, Dan. I'm just getting the radio call in there.
That will take a few months to get that afterwards. But the overall sort of time frame that I'm aiming for this is within 2 years. So yeah, 2 to 3 years. That's the rough estimate. I don't know exactly how I'm going to fund the rest yet, but I'm just trying to work on that one. Well, that's all sounds super expensive. Yeah, exactly that, Matthew. Exactly that. I'm going to have to sell my liver or something, I think, when it comes to actually it's the instrument rating that costs the bigger bucks. There's about 35k in total left to do in terms of the commercial train, IR, and everything. So yeah, it's not great. It's cheaper on the sim. It's a shame I couldn't put these hours to it, you know.
Yeah, it'd be so much better if you could, wouldn't it? Like, yeah, just be able to wrap them up. So there we go. So we're descending, and would you sort of give announcements to the cabin or anything, Jerry? No, I would have briefed them on a short sector like this. All the work effectively would have been done on the ground, because this is a busy sector, and you can see that at this, you know, what we're doing here tonight, we've probably left out one or two other things that was only appropriate for real world. Yeah. But there'll be more other things taking place here as well. Okay, what I'm going to do is 0243, we're going to maintain heading 340 for self-vectoring ILS runway 23 right, Manchester. So basically I'm going to pull the heading there, I'm going to continue on up, select heading 243. We are descending to flight level 80. We will be passing 10 shortly, so then I'm going to give the cabin crew notice and we'll do the check.
Yeah, sure.
There we go. So lights, and I'm going to put out lights, out signs, airport to airport, VOR, activate the approach phase, and can we have the approach check, please?
Yeah, approach checklist, cabin crew.
Are advised.
Seatbelts.
Are on.
Briefing and nav aids.
It's confirmed and set now for an ILS runway 23 right at Manchester.
MDA DH.
It's 450 feet.
ECAM status.
Is checked.
EFS and iPad.
Is stowed.
And that's the approach checklist complete.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to zoom in so everybody can see what's happening. Right where we are, we're going to maintain that heading straight up there with a left-hand turn in, and then the left-hand turn in brings us to the runway, which is the white little equal sign at Manchester.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay, so what qualifications do you need for commercial pilot training? So, I mean, it all depends on whether you go modular or integrated. Now, there are some integrated courses that insist on you having so many GCSEs, etc. I think usually, I think that's a bit of just a gauge whether you've got the ability to quite heavy in terms of what you need to learn. So I'm guessing that before they bring you on an integrated student basis or even a cadetship, they want to make sure that you've got the skills to be able to learn. So that's the restrictions on integrated or cadetship sort of or sponsored route. Where the modular route, it's down. There's no requirements per se other than passing the ACPLs and passing your training as a pilot, CPL route, etc. With that being said, it would be in your interest to have as many, a backup plan, qualifications, or maybe having a few sort of qualifications under your belt, because if it's down to 2 pilots and it's on plain black and white CVs, they might take the person that's got those qualifications over you just to get the interview. Not saying that you would be any better than anybody else that had those, but yeah. Ryan Jones has said how to get live ATC and share copies. So the live ATC is provided by VATSIM. You can there's another provider called IVAO, which is fantastic as well. So they're the 2 providers for the live ATC, and the shared copy is done by something called Your Controls, which is a great piece of software, but it takes a little bit of time to get used to, doesn't it, Jerry? With
we've spent days on this.
Yeah, so it's been a bit tricky on that sense. So what's our estimate?
Very shortly.
Very shortly. So this is where I need to start concentrating to help support you as a captain, I suppose, you know.
Speedbird 243, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH. So set QNH there down for us. Oh, what was that? No. You put the flaps back in.
I haven't messed around with any flaps.
Okay. My side I gave it. Okay, let me just double check here. So it's all happening again.
I was going to say, I haven't touched anything, Jerry, don't shout at me.
No. Get your hands off, that's you.
Oh dear.
Right, I want you to double check your throttles, make sure that they're in the indent, take them out and put them back in again.
Okay.
Alright, something's gone wrong on my side.
Okay.
There we go, just a little percent. There we go. Why is that? I see what's have to happen there now. Auto thrust came out.
I'll do it.
Did you switch off the auto thrust to me by accident?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, don't shout at me, Jerry. I haven't done anything, no.
Don't you touch my auto thrust!
Get off my aeroplane! Yeah, no.
Get off my plane! There's something gone wrong here again. It's gone into thrust lock.
Oh, dear me.
Just double check there's nothing interfering with your controls there. If it's not, it's okay.
Nothing interfering.
Okay.
Nothing
sorry, that's alright. We'll leave it at that.
Have you still got connection, by the way? Yeah, you have got connection. You've still got control. So
yeah, we're all good. We're all good. So we actually descended 3,500 feet.
Okay. Hello, Hazza. Hello. Thanks, Oliver, for the follow. Kim, thank you for the likes. Black. Rate Car, thanks for the follow as well.
Excellent. We're doing good.
We're all good. It's I tell you what, it's a nice night to be flying actually into Manchester by the looks of it.
It's working out quite nice. Have one time for a quick question there. So Matthew Allen says, what point do you train on using jets, and is that part of the multi-engine training? The old school time, the way that I did it, no, that's when you got into an airline, then you started on their type rating, which you got your hands on the jet and the simulator. However, you got a little bit of sim time in your MCC course. However, the courses, as far as I know now, are a little bit more orientated. Sorry, set QNH there, Dan.
Set QNH.
There we go, it's QNH. B. There we go. So 1019 gives me 6,700 feet. So the way the courses are now orientated is that if you're specifically going for an airline, the airline does actually give a set of their SOPs and that kind of thing to the training school before you come out there, and you will actually start training into those prior to actually joining the airline. So it gives a good head start, very cost effective in training in the sim, because all sim time is really valuable, so you need to get as much out of that as possible, you know. Just slight deviation on the heading there of 350 for a moment.
Okay. Yeah.
We are doing well. Excellent.
I wonder how busy it is in Manchester. Consider some TCAS. Oh no, it's not. So there's no TCAS there. So.
Okay for the moment there. I'm just going to switch over to Manchester Tower and see can they accept this. Manchester Tower, good evening. This is Speedbird 243, 16 miles out, self-vectoring for ILS runway 23 right.
Manchester Tower is now closed. I'm on Heathrow 122 definitely.
228, thank you, Speedbird 243. There we go. That told us our answer. He's just closed the tower. So I'm going to manage
man,
speed.
That's a shame, isn't it?
It is a shame. It is. Okay, so we're going to time to start configuring now. Speed 220, flaps 1, please.
Flaps 1.
So 16 miles away. We're left-hand turn and we'll join finals now shortly. Time for one more question, do we, before we spin it in? How are you streaming across the internet?
So actually,
Streamlabs.
I'm actually using Restream, believe it or not, tonight because I couldn't get Streamlabs working. But hopefully I can.
Hence the 5 minutes late.
Yes. Because you can't really try that until it's
2,500.
Oh, that checks.
Name of the game, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020.
Okay, so I'm going to bring it in, pick up a heading of 231. 231. And can you arm the approach for me, please, Dan?
Yeah. Approach arms.
Thank you. So, and put in autopilot 2 as well, please.
Autopilot 2.
Thank you. So speed out start, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
Checks.
We are in great shape.
Wow, it's happening. Okay, so runway is over to our left. Yes, I can see it.
It is indeed. Yeah, it is indeed. So we're just naving to the point of interception.
No, I'm afraid that you need a stream key, Mark. Still need a stream key for TikTok for it to work over on TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd love a stream key, wouldn't you, Jerry?
If
TikTok are watching this, give Jerry a stream key, please.
The Holy Grail. The Holy Grail. It's a bit unusual because you can actually, if you wanted to use any other platforms, you could just stream straight across on them, like, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll get like that. I do see an aircraft in front of us there on the ILS, Dan. He's about 6 miles ahead of us. Can you see him on your side by any chance? Okay, so that means he's on VATSIM, so we've got to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah.
So listen, in the event of he doesn't get off the runway or anything like that, a standard missed approach will be go around flaps. Once you'll call positive rate of climb. I'll say checked, then I'll call the gear up, and then we'll push for make sure the autopilot is in, make sure the FMA says nav, and we'll go straight ahead 750 feet and we'll turn up north to 3,500 feet. Sometimes I've seen, other guys not getting off the runway in time. So
sure, that makes sense.
To help our situation now, and we're fully aware of what's going on, and to give him a chance, I can actually see him ahead of us.
Yeah.
We're going to slow the aircraft right down now. So we can give 190 flaps 2, please.
Yeah. Flaps 2.
So that will allow us to slow right down.
Jerry, what are the go-round flaps, by the way? Just remind me.
It'll go from 4 to 3. That's all until, and then I'll call everything else after that.
Yeah, thank you.
You'll just go up one stage.
Sure.
Manchester traffic. Good evening. Speedbird 243, 11 miles, fully established. ILS 23 right, Manchester. So that's basically letting him know ahead of us. There's an aircraft behind you. Hurry up.
Would you ever sort of say number 2, or would you not make that assumption from behalf of ATC?
What I have done is I said we're 11 miles. He knows he's 5 miles.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense.
He's 5, we're 11. He needs to move, and he knows that. So just a good observation.
That makes sense.
For him. So there we
Mark,
go.
thank you so much. He's been trying to get one for a year. Jerry feels your pain. I mean, you've really wanted a you've really wanted a stream key as well. So yeah.
Let's give this guy the best opportunity. So speed 145, gear down, please.
Gear down.
2,500.
That checks. It checks again. What is gone wrong with
I've got 2,800 on my side. Is that the Radalt or?
Yeah, no. I don't know why the. Have you done anything with thrust levers over there? No.
No.
Okay, it'll start coming down. It'll start coming down. Okay.
Also thrust is out. Also thrust is out. Sorry.
Okay, get the other thrust in. Get the other thrust in.
Auto thrust in.
It's out on my side here. Take it out altogether. That's it. Okay. There we go. So speed 185, flaps 3.
Flaps 3.
And speed 170, flaps full, landing checks, please.
Flaps full and landing checklist. Barrow reference.
Q&H set.
Auto thrust is off on my side. Is it on?
It's off on my side, yeah.
And ECAM memo.
Can you just get the cabin on the spoilers, please?
Sure. Spoilers arms. And cabin notified.
So, ECAM memo, landing no blue. Okay, so autopilot off and auto thrust. Super.
Okay, Jerry, best of luck with your landing, mate.
You saying I need it?
Well, this is supposed to be a substitute for Failure Friday, of course, you know, so we...
It certainly is. It certainly is.
Yeah. Paulia, what sim is this? It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Very beautiful. Is this the A380 Neo? It's the A320 Neo. Close, Patrick. And Mark, yeah, it's the Airbus A320. Sterile cockpit for a short while we get this landing out of the way.
1,000.
The glass will start 3,500 seconds. Let's approach. Oh, stay last. You nervous, Dan?
I'm a little bit nervous, but do you know what? I think you've got this. I think you got this.
I hope so.
Look at Manchester, absolutely incredible.
It's spot on. The graphics and visuals are spot on.
Pushing back from stand 5-1 for
minimum 200.
Yeah, Manchester ground is on 350 now. For all Manchester traffic.
100.
Whoa.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Oh, perfect, Jerry. I love it.
Okay, he did say Manchester ground is active, so I'll turn off the runway and then we'll contact the ground. And excellent. So we did it. We filled them again, Dan.
Okay. Strangely, we got Echo Golf Bravo 80s.
Oh yeah, no. It depends on.
Okay, we got ground. Do you want me to set it as set standby? There we go.
There you go. Got the ground on standby?
Yeah, standby.
And I'll just throw across. Okay, Dan, can you do the after landing flow, please? So look at the checklist. It's a read and do for you.
Battalion 118, do you want a clearance?
Yeah, my clearance is split. The squawk was 4760. 4760.
Confirm you were given a clearance?
Yes.
Confirm Tango 1 Yankee departure?
Yes.
Roger, continue taxi Papa 1 via Delta Papa.
Continue taxi to Papa, hold up Papa 1 for last traffic. Near post 118.
Middle 3 Papa Kilo, hold on Juliet 4, there's a BA adjacent to the I think you just pushed back. Yeah, affirm you did without contacting me. If you can take this one of the fans to your left.
And speedbird 243 on frequency.
So what you get your cover question, Mr. Ground, hello, hold Apple 4 for now.
Hold Apple 4.
Display stand 9. And Midland 3 Papa Kilo, do you want to hold or do you want to take one on the fans to your left?
I'm just going to hold here down until he tells me to do anything further, okay?
If you can, go for it. If not, you can wait, that's fine.
I'll give it a go. I'll discuss with you.
Copy. Shuttle 6 Papa Mike, go Manchester ground.
I think he's actually going to send us to the stand that we were hoping for earlier on, so that's, you know, in and thereabouts will be fine.
That's fair enough.
So when you have the flow done, then you read and cross-check it all on your own.
Yeah.
So I can hear it, if that makes sense.
Shuttle 6 Papa Mike 8 should be currently online with hotel. You're cleared to Gatwick number 1 runway departure squawk 2711 QNH 1020.
It's got engine mode select, you know, on that checklist, Jerry.
Yeah, just to double check. You may have used ignition on the approach.
Okay.
It's just double checking it's on normal.
Got you, okay. Alright, that's all done anyway.
Excellent, thank you.
Checklist, so.
I can see the other traffic coming out there. Here we go.
Stand 9. Actually, disregard, hold position for now.
Yeah, hold position, speedbird 243. The other fella is there, I can see that there.
Next time, the call sign is Bravo Alpha Whiskey.
Yes, I was informed. Thank you very much. My mistake. We'll use it on the outbound.
No worries.
Files it just with one letter different.
Funked Up DJ said, I hope you're both well. Finally had a night where it doesn't clash with work.
Sorry, Dan. Sorry. Speedbird 243. Can you say that again, please?
It's after the AC-20 passes from left to right, which is actually now. You can continue taxi to stand 9 via Charlie, take a right onto Papa, left onto Bravo, then continue straight to stand 9.
Charlie Papa Bravo for stand 9, speedbird 243. Hey, Charlie Papa Bravo. Let me see where that is. So Charlie Papa Bravo and 9. Oh, I see what he's saying now. I see what he's saying. This is just a bit of a tricky one in the dark. So here we go.
There we go.
So we're going up here, taking the second right and first left, and then around to the back of the building.
Okay, great.
Do you remember the last time we went into Frankfurt, the air traffic control, the dam wasn't too pleased, wasn't there? All he
wasn't pleased at all, you know.
No, he
wasn't pleased at all. What's the game called, Scott? It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and Funked Up DJ said, I hope you're both well. Finally had a night where it doesn't clash with work, and I can watch you live. Darren. Oh, thanks, Darren, for joining the stream. It's nice to see you back on here.
Just blew out my ears. Is it Juliet 1 or Mike 1 for 2 right? Mike 1 if possible. Is my audio fine? Mike 1 via Golf and Juliet for Shuttle 6 Papa Mike. Can I just get a reading check? Is my audio fine for everyone? Yeah,
5 speedbird 243.
Momentarily, it's fine with your audio. Copy.
What yokes do we use? We use the Thrustmaster Airbus A320.
Mike check.
Captain edition.
Here we go.
Matthew Allen said Kerrygold Irish butter there, Jerry.
Hey, get in!
I'm obviously not Irish enough to know what Kerrygold is, you know.
It's proper butter.
Is it proper butter?
There we go. So stand 9, I've got to start the APU for stand.
The APU's already in.
All that. That's great. So the bleed lights, we leave the lights on. I'm switch the fans on, the wheel fans, please.
Okay.
There we go. There's a little Cessna or something on stand 9. Obviously, it's just artificial, but
okay.
They park it here, right in front of them. Okay.
Okay. And do you need the bleed on, Jerry? Sorry for the APU.
Yeah, put the bleed on, and park brake set.
Park brake set.
and we take 1 off and 2 off and switch on the light. Gives a little bit of light in here.
Okay. Oops. Oops. No. There we go.
Hey, there we go. So, may I have the parking check? So they're off. That's off. And here we go.
Okay,
parking
so
check, please.
Parking check is APU bleed.
Is on.
Engines
are off.
Seatbelts
are off.
Exit lights.
Nav and logo.
Fuel pumps.
They're off.
Parking brake and chocks.
Park brake is set. Chocks are in.
ATC transponder.
It's Squawk 2000.
And IRS performance.
Performing well. We got to Manchester.
Hey, subscriber. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate that. So we are. So this isn't the end of the stream. This usually means the end of the stream.
Not today.
But not today. So we are going to fly back to Heathrow now. So we're going to offload the passengers, and we are then. So actually, we'll go and do that. Sorry, there's gnats in the cockpit. Okay, blimey. It's like Bruce
so while
Lee
we're
there.
doing that, Dan, I'm just going to get the flight plan into air traffic control for the return, because we are the Speedbird 244.
Okay.
So 244, we load that one and generate, and yes. Excellent.
Okay.
So we did all right, Dan. Now it's up to the viewers now to mark who did a better one. You're under pressure on the way back,
my word, look at that. So yeah, thank you ever so much for everybody that's joined the stream for the first half. We're now going into the second half. Now we're gonna have to load the flight plan in again, Jerry. Is that right? Can we do that? This is the first for us. I mean, can we do that?
Let's start first and foremost.
Yeah.
Let's disconnect VATSIM, log back in as the PAW244 because we're changing our call sign.
That's
so
correct.
Disconnect.
Okay.
And now we want to reconnect. Okay. And that just. So BAW, Bravo Alpha Whiskey
244.
244, and we connect.
Okay, oops, I'm just breaking everything on this.
So now we have just come up on the air traffic controller system as the return flight.
Oh wow, look at that.
I have just activated the second flight plan that we gave out to the Patreon viewers earlier on. Now, if you go into the box, let's see, does it load?
It's clear to Edinburgh.
Okay.
So if you press init,
2324.
because it should now download the new active flight plan. So when you start loading the flight plan, Dan,
yeah.
Let's see, does it come in? Go for it. See, can you pull her? See, can you get the flight plan in?
We've actually. Okay, so something's going wrong with my view here. 2 seconds.
Okay, no worries. So, Manuel, love you, men. Love you too. What do we got here? Flying from my island. Okay, come on, send likes. Thanks very much, all. So, I'm going to sit back now and let Dan sweat this one out a little bit. So, he's going to start loading the flight plan. If you could do that immediately, Dan, as soon as you can, then I'll know exactly what's going on.
Okay, so
other than that, I need time to fix it, you know.
Okay, so the problem is with let's just try and when I'm loading in the VATSIM, it's actually bringing in another aircraft, as if someone's already there.
Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, there is another aircraft there already. It's ahead of us there, but I'll do the init request just to get it on its way and see what happens.
Okay. Yep. Do that.
It works. It's not to bring. It's not to bringing in the brand new flight plan. So there we go. We're in good shape. So let's have a quick look at the passengers. I'll get those working for you. Will you work out all that stuff there?
So BA244 is it, Jerry?
BAW Whiskey. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 244.
So
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 244.
So Alpha Whiskey.
Yeah, Bravo Alpha Whiskey 244.
Alpha Whiskey 244. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be what the problem is. Thank you.
Yeah. They warned me about it in air traffic control.
I think it's because it had whiskey in. I mean, whiskey and flying planes doesn't mix, does it usually? So
no, it certainly doesn't. Certainly doesn't.
Let's have a look and pull that over from SimBrief. Oh, look at that! I tell you what, that's cool, isn't it? That's the first time we've done a sort of a
return flight.
It's absolutely incredible.
Okay. So passengers on your side, Dan, if you want to get those going, they may be the same numbers as the last time, and if they are, you go ahead, stick in the performance, and we're well on our way here.
This is so cool.
Let's switch that light off there. Oh, put that light back on actually. So while Dan is getting ready, I'm just going to step out of the cockpit for a quick second, and back in 2 seconds.
Okay, no worries, Jerry. So how is everybody doing on the stream? So I do appreciate everyone that's actually been, watched the stream so far. We've got sort of around 70 viewers on TikTok, over on the red channel 6 viewers, and over on the purple channel 2 viewers. How cool is that? I do appreciate the tippers and the Patreon members as always. And if you do want to send a tip over, you can do via streamlabs.com. /flyuk, and you can also become the sort of the last tipper. Whoever the last tipper is gets sort of pinned to the bottom right there. You can see Craig Salter tipped 420 was the last tipper. Orlando Andre, I feel like learning how to communicate with ATC is a whole another level of learning besides just flying the aircraft. I agree, it takes it takes a bit of time to get used to doing everything, and to be honest, I'm not as comfortable as I should be on the IFR stuff yet, but
nice little fact that it is ready for version test.
Okay, Dan, the walk around is all right. We didn't break it on the way in, thank God.
Perfect.
And they says, do you want a tea or a coffee?
A tea.
Tea. Well, 2 teas. Thank you. Cheers.
Oh dear.
Let's do it.
It's admissed said I've got about 5 hours left on my flight. Oh my word, blimey! It's going strong there. So so there we go. So where is everybody watching the stream from, by the way? I'll have your live on the phone and Amber and Johnny court case on my TV. So life is good at the moment. Kim has said, blimey, have you seen that case going on? I mean, it's like something out of a movie, isn't it?
I know. I know.
The witnesses just seem crazy characters,
Okay, Dan. So how are we for the part? So for the boxes all set up.
Okay, so Birmingham, Kent, Mendip. So we've got a good range of viewers watching this evening. And if you are on TikTok, by the way, Northern Canada. Oh wow, look at that, muddy waters. Wow. So if you are on TikTok, make sure you tap the screen, get it pushed up. That'll help get the live out to as many people that love aviation as much as you guys do. Dublin, Alabama 36 from Dublin.
Hey.
Your neck of the woods, Jerry.
It is indeed.
If you fly cargo plane like FedEx, who gives you the tea or coffee? Flight attendants? ?
You do. We actually need Geezer in here now to give all that information.
Pilot Geezer, he makes his own tea and meals.
Stations, I know you guys love the opening around, but I'm going to have to disconnect. So whenever the DC is available, want you to come, want you to disconnect and
okay, this is the ATC gun.
Oh man,
ATC is gone. Yeah, so we'll start calling Pilot Geezer. Get him in here. Call for him, and let's see if he come in. We'll ask him the question about it.
Oh dear. Okay, so let's have a look at the fuel as well.
I'm just setting up this box for you here, Dan.
Okay, thank you. 5.2 on the fuel.
You don't need us.
Oh,
we have already.
We're already in, aren't we? Blimey.
See that? We were smart commercial pilots earlier on. We have so we don't have any fueling, and that's exactly what I was saying to you earlier on.
Yeah, saving time.
So now we are. I've got the box here set up for you. When everybody's loaded, regards of the passengers, you do the performance, and we're calling for the push and start.
Perfect. Okay, so how are we doing on the passengers? So you finished with the box, Jerry?
It's all yours, man. All yours. I've got it already set up for you. You just need to get the passengers and stuff like that. Okay, would you like me to talk about what we're going to be doing regarding the brief?
If you wouldn't mind, Jerry, you carry on with that.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. I'll just call in from SimBrief.
Passengers are boarded. I'll go and get the performance.
Excellent. We have a new flight plan, so let's do this. Okay, the departures today, we're going to be the Samba. Okay, what Samba 1 Yankee? Okay, that'll do. Okay, so is it on the jerry cam there, or is it on
your? Now on the jerry cam. Yeah.
Okay. So if I let me just call up the actual plates themselves. So they're open chart list. And let's call in the SID, and let's call in the Samba departure. There we go. So when this comes up on the stream, we'll be able to see that our departure today is going to be one called the Samba departure. So basically what it does is it takes us off the Wesley runway in Manchester. You can see there's a little bit of an a magenta. That's us there parked at the airport. So we'll be taking off on the closest runway there, and we'll head on down to approximately 3 miles off the Manchester Via War. We'll pick up a Wesley track of 274, and when we get to approximately around 5 miles of Manchester, we'll make a continuous sweep and left-hand turn into a point called Tolby. And then from Tolby, we need to go to 10 miles from the Manchester Via War, and we need to be above 3,000 feet, below 5,000 feet, and when we get to Samba, altitude at 5,000 feet. So that's effectively what the departure is today. It's not really much in it. Fairly handy one there. And the overall fuel that's required for the trip is just under 5 tons. We've 7.5 tons because we were smart little pilots earlier on.
Well, Jerry was a smart pilot.
We took extra fuel with us. We did. So we are all good to go. That is the departure already, Dan. And when everything is ready, let me know.
Okay. So passengers is boarded, and fuel is obviously already in the tank. Motion lotion.
Motion lotion,
as Harrison would say. We're all good to go then, Jerry. We can disconnect the flight, disconnect the equipment on the outside as well.
That's it. And the initial climb altitude is going to be 5,000 feet, so I'll just put that in there. There is no ATC available to us this evening, so we'll stay logged in just in case somebody opens up a sector and they might be able to get in and give us some service. So with that in mind, Dan, can I have the before start checklist, please?
Yeah, before start checklist is cockpit prep.
I'll just hit the top buttons for you over here. So cockpit prep looks complete.
Oh dear, I love it.
It's complete.
It's complete. Okay, cockpit prep.
Complete.
EFS switches.
They're on.
Gear pins and covers.
3 behind on the side.
Signs.
No, showing arms.
Fuel. Sorry, ADI axis.
It was checked.
Fuel and block.
Block is I think we needed just over 5 tons. We've 7.5 on board.
And and my fuel is actually reading less than yours by the things. So I got actually.
And what's your fuel
is reading 5.6. 5.68.
Okay.
So
can you put that to 7.4?
Yeah, sure.
Did you put that in earlier on and activate it?
No.
All right, but it doesn't matter. There's plenty of fuel there. I won't worry about that.
Well, I will put it in just so that it's exact. I'll put 5.7 in.
No, 7.5.
Sorry, 7.5 in.
Yeah. And do instant.
Instant, yeah.
There we go. Bang.
Okay.
Perfect. So, yeah, where are we on the checklist?
Okay, that was fuel, and we have barrel reference.
It's Q&H set 1021.
Mobile below the line, mobile phone and iPad.
Is that airplane mode?
Takeoff data.
Is now I see you've set it up for the performance there of 23 right of 129, 30, 34 and Toga.
Okay, and I'm just getting rid of these stairs because the stairs are coming back in after I've taken it away, which is odd.
It's going to be gremlins.
Gremlins. Yeah. Gremlins. Okay, and so windows, doors.
Closed and armed.
And thrust levers.
Idle.
ATC. ATC transponder.
Social.
Parking brake and
set pressure stick.
Beacon
is on.
Okay. Before start, checklist complete.
Okay, Dan, you have control. If you take control, and you call for the push and start, get the push and start going.
Okay, push and starts.
That was a fast turnaround, wasn't it?
It was a fast turnaround. That was because the fuel was already there. Dan, can Dan be your ATC? Oh, blimey, no. Don't put pressure on me like that, you know.
This time around is actually the fact that I'm pilot monitoring. I'm supposed to be doing the radios. It was just unfortunate the way it was set up with VetSim, the way we have it here in the stream.
Yeah.
I do the radios on it, so it just makes it handy.
Okay. Release parking brake.
Parking brake is released.
And where are we going?
We're going to go out and push the tail to the right.
Okay.
Manchester traffic, good evening. Speedbird 244, pushing stand 9 for taxi out 23 right.
Okay, ignition start.
Ignition start.
And engine 1.
Engine 1. I'll just keep an eye on the outside. And yeah, get the tail immediately going right. It's very, very short pushback. There we go. You need to want to pull it forward a fraction even. On that line that comes into view. Yeah, there's a line coming into view there on the left.
Got it. Yeah.
And the grass is immediately. You'd be doing a Jerry job. Oh, we put the tractor tires on this evening, didn't we?
Well, actually, if you have a look on Bang On, it's one of those joint cockpits of bugs, actually, because it was the same for me when I was. So do I look like I'm near the grass on your side, do I?
No, it's okay. It's now it's right. Now it's correct.
I love the barking sound.
Lining up on 23 right by
You love the what sound? Oh, the barking sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the dog barking. Yeah. The switch is going mad again.
It is going mad. Okay, engine 1 available, and start engine 2.
Starting 2.
It loves that switch. It's dancing around. Like
it does. It does a little dance.
Yeah.
A little wee dance.
Oh my word.
We don't need it for the flight anyway. Nice evening out there.
Okay, so yeah, get rid of the
Now.
And in terms of the aircraft, like, would an aircraft like this roll if you didn't put the brake on in a taxi, on a taxiway? Would it, or is it just too heavy to start rolling?
If we had no passengers on board, it'd be light enough. It'll just.
Really?
You'd actually be taxiing with touching the brakes all the time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, after pushback, would you set your parking brake, or would you?
Well, before an engine starts, you would set your parking brake now.
Yeah. Okay.
Parking
brake.
So, sorry, Matthew Allen has a question there. I'm about to start my descent from flight level 400 on my approach in my Cessna longitude. I'm doing one part of a level mission in on the economy mod. I'm not. Okay. I don't know what that is.
I think that's probably the that tool where you could do virtual airlines, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Okay, so let's configure there, Dan. If you want to do the ignition.
Okay, ignition.
That'll stop it dancing. And the APU, I'll get the other one. And I'll do the flaps to 1.
Flaps to 1.
There we go.
And in terms of, obviously, because we swap seats, don't we, Jerry? And but this time I'm doing
it. You're doing it absolutely bang on. This is exactly the way it's done.
But the question, I mean, this is maybe something there that we can refine afterwards. But in terms of obviously the flows that a first officer would be doing, even though I'm pilot flying, would I still be doing my triangle of flows? You do the
flows between first officer and captain.
Yeah.
Then there is pilot flying, pilot monitoring flows.
Okay.
That is a pilot flying, pilot monitoring flows. That swaps.
Okay. All right. I see. Okay.
Well, that's bang on. And again, this is the first time we're doing it, so well done. I left one thing that I didn't do. I just want to show you. I've armed the spoilers. You see the way the trim is 0.03 at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
The rudder trim, I should say, right? That button should be pressed and reset. Now that should go to 0, but it's not doing it on the same. But look, however, it is what it is. So 1 up is there. Oh, you got it. That's it. So that's exactly why you press that button to reset to 0.
So just to confirm, the pilot's monitoring would do that sort of speed brakes, arms, rudder trim, reset, flaps 1, and and then the pilot's flying would take the APU off.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Great.
So that swaps with the pilot monitoring pilot. Okay. But when it comes to captain and first officer, those flows never swap. So after start checklist, please.
After start checklist. You'll have to tell me what the captain and first officer flows are then, but that's for another conversation.
It is indeed.
Okay, so after start checklist, engine anti-ice.
Off, not required.
Engine mode selector.
Is normal.
Rudder trim.
0.
Pitch trim.
It's 1 up.
Flight instruments.
Are checked.
ECAM status.
Is checked.
Okay, yeah, that's the after start checklist.
Right, so get ready, I'll get you clearance. Speedbird 244, we're taxiing from stand 9 to holding point Juliet 23, right? Okay, Dan, so straight out here.
Yep.
And release the park brake.
Release the park brake.
And I'll guide you as you go along.
Okie dokie.
There we go.
We are moving.
So, serious question: can a deaf person fly an aircraft? Well, there's a very good, interesting one. There's a person who is actually it's very easy to say it because he actually does some fantastic TikToks and some great information. If you tune into Pilot Geezer, he actually wears hearing aids. So go have a look at some of the stuff that he has. Straight around to the left there, Dan.
Straight to the left,
go and have a look at some of the stuff, and he has some great information. Further to the left.
Yeah.
I actually know another pilot flies commercially. He has 2 hearing aids as well.
And left again, yeah.
And left again. And you follow that all the way down to the end going any further.
And this is where the pub's at the end, isn't it, in Manchester?
That's right, that's right.
Look at this.
So follow the green taxi light line all the way.
Yeah.
Can people with colour vision deficiency still fly a commercial by passing the class 1? Now, there's a person just after joining the TikTok, the TikTok stream there.
Yeah.
And just want to say hello. He actually makes a very, he's done some great TikToks on that part of it as well. So, Pilot in Northern Ireland, he's got some great information on that, and he can tell you the detail of it. I believe there is elements that you can and some that you can't. I just don't have the exact on that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a legend. James, Pilot Northern Ireland. If you love aviation, drop him a follow. For those that are just joining, the stream. So we're doing this is the return leg of a flight from Heathrow to Manchester. So we go from Manchester to Heathrow, and it's the first time we've done it on a stream. We're both real-world pilots. The difference is I'm a private pilot. Jerry in the top right-hand corner. with the top right-hand corner is an airline pilot. He flies the Airbus A320 in real life. Jerry flew the aircraft on the way out. I'm flying it on the way back. Just very similar to real-world operations, really, in that sense.
We're close enough, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like having a flying with one leg with me, not being a commercial pilot, but hopefully, like I said, we got an essence. It's a bit like fake aftershave. It's an essence.
Short there.
Hold short.
And set the parking brake.
Parking brake set.
And do the before takeoff checks.
Okay, so before takeoff checklist is flight controls.
Are checked.
Briefing nav aids.
It's confirmed and set for departure off runway 23 right. It's the Samba departure, climbing to an altitude of 5,000 feet.
Okay, flaps.
One is planned, selected, and 1+F is indicating.
V speeds and flex temp.
It's full length figures off 23 right of 129, 130, 134. Toga gives us 82.9. That's sensible.
Okay, yeah. ATC code.
It's set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff, no blue. Below the line.
And below the line, iPad.
Stowed.
Cabin.
Secure.
PAX and APU.
PAX on APU is off.
And TCAS all set to...
Alright. Okay, Manchester traffic, good evening, Speedbird 244, holding short of runway 23 right, entering and taking off for the Samba departure. So you're cleared to... On you go.
Okay, parking brake off.
And parking brake is off. So, lights... get those on. Lights and strobes. We'll put the takeoff light. I'll put down the cockpit lighting for you down below.
Thank you very much.
There it is. Light strobes, PWS, TARA, brake pads is off, camera is off, memos are checked. And Speedbird 244 taking off runway 23 right. Okay, lights are on, it's checking complete. Take off.
Okay. Bring it to 50%. Stabilized.
And set Toga.
Toga. Okay, I've got no Mantoga SRS or anything.
Okay, Mantoga SRS runway, the auto thrust is blue, thrust is set, indications are normal. Is your airspeed alive?
100 knots.
Cross checks.
V1.
Rotate.
Positive rate. Gear
Checks
up.
gear up. Okay. So read the FMA to me now and tell me what you have.
Okay. AP1, please.
AP2.
AP2, sorry. Yeah. AP2.
Yeah.
Flight director, I need flight director on.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's...
Thrust climb.
Thrust climb.
S plus increasing flaps 1. 0.
0.
Okay, read the FMA and tell me what you have now.
Speed. Alt,
speed.
blue, nav, autopilot 2, also thrust.
2,500.
Okay.
Blimey, that was intense, Jerry.
It's not over yet. Tell me what power setting you have on your N1s there. What power setting do you have on the N1?
Okay, power setting 50.
2,500.
I'm gonna give you autopilot 1. I see. This might be a problem here. I'll just double check. And I'm gonna. Can you pull? That's alright. Thrust climb up. Can you see thrust climb up? Climb now.
Yeah.
Okay, you're taking off the auto thrust. Let's that back in again.
I just tried to. There we go. Thrust climb. Got it.
Okay. Now I want you to go direct to Samba.
Okay, direct to Samba. Speed limit exceeded.
Okay, well, speed limit. What speed are you doing?
Okay, direct to Samba anyway. It's come off now.
Are you 250 knots at the moment, yeah?
I'm 250 knots, checked.
Okay, that's bang on. Okay, you're clear to climb flight level 190.
Flight level 190.
Yeah. We just get it climbing away and then we'll sort this out. Very good question just popped up there. Why AP2? So we'll come back to that, okay? Set standard.
Set standard.
Okay. Standard passing 5,100 feet. Okay.
Check.
And you've got 190 blue is there, it's good. And give us the after takeoff checks.
Okay, hold on, let's just okay, so open climb
checks.
Okay, so after takeoff checklist, landing gear
is up,
flaps
retracted,
packs
on, and we're pressurizing.
APU
is off,
and barrel reference
Q and H set.
Okay,
switch off those lights for you just before we pass through 10.
Thank you very much.
So we are on our way.
Blimey.
Oh, very good. Very good question come up there. Why AP2 and why AP1? So when the pilot in the right-hand seat is flying, he will put AP2 actually controls all the instruments on the first officer side. So if his if it wants to hold, say, 10,000 feet, and my instrument over here said 9,800 feet for some reason, it will actually hold whatever says on his side. If we pressed AP1, it will see my one saying 9,800, and it would climb the aircraft another 200 feet. So AP2 controls the right hand side instruments, AP1 controls the left hand side instruments. Very good question.
So the reason, just reflecting on what went wrong there for me, is that my flight director button wasn't on, and that obviously, and I know why. It's because on the turnaround I didn't check that to come off. But is that part of flows, Jerry?
Yeah,
is that part of flows?
You switch off. Yeah, you would switch off your flight directors as well. Yeah.
At what point? Which flow did I miss on that one?
On the when you turn off the runway.
Right.
You'd switch off out. You don't need your flight director anymore after that.
Okay.
You know?
Sorry, it wasn't on my it wasn't on my after landing checklist. You know, the sort of so after landing checklist, obviously here it's got spoilers, flaps, radar, PWS, both off. Engine mode select, brake, accumulated pressure checked, TCAS.
Okay, sorry, before you go forward, I need you to check the FMA. What's to say there?
Okay.
On your FMA, read the FMA for me.
Thrust climb, open climb, alt blue, heading green.
Okay, it should be in heading. We should be in nav.
Nav. Okay.
So if you could go to direct to HON Hunley.
Yeah.
Because basically it's going to hold the heading all the way, but we need to be navigating through the flight plan. So direct to Hunley.
Direct to Hunley.
Now we're going to turn into narrow navigating.
Okay,
now we're sucking diesel.
Nav, there we go. Good spot, Jerry.
There you go. Oh, I've seen it before.
Okay. I'm actually going to eat some chocolate. 2 seconds.
Okay, so well Dan's eating the chocolate. We've gone up to 10,000 feet, so I'm checking the overhead. Seatbelts, I'll switch them off for Dan for the moment. So airport to airport, we put those up there. VOR train is off, standard is set, and we're all good to go. So climbing up to 19,000 feet. So did you do your A levels? I did do my A levels, and so was Dan. But that's not a prerequisite to actually go and study as a pilot. It's actually, if you have the money to go and do it, you can actually go and pay for the course. So let's have a look. What else have we got? Just checking around. I'm just checking out the other channels. many a pints in that beer garden. That's right, Craig. It's quite nice. I departed that airport and I've seen every Saturday now. It's a great facility to people can bring the kids down there and sort of watch the aircraft take off. It's really, really nice. So you don't swap seats on the return leg if you swapped captain co-pilot. No, captain always sits in the left-hand side of an aircraft in a jet, and the co-pilot always sits in the right. You may swap the handling roles, you may swap everything else, but you never swap seats.
Which is a change. This is the first for tonight's stream. Usually we do swap seats, but it's been actually really nice to operate the aircraft as close as we can get, really, without going too deep into it.
So, Aaron, would it be AP1 and AP2 for the ILS are still on the side of the pilot handling? Aaron, that's an excellent question again, and sometimes I don't like to go into too much detail, but since you brought it up, normally it's AP1 or AP2 depending on the pilot who's flying. However, in the Airbus 320, if you're going to be making an approach, once you have engaged the localizer and the glide slope, you can actually select both autopilots on. So it's just a safety factor at that point in time on that part of the flight, that if one was to fail, the other one will still continue on with very, very minimal disturbance. It basically continues on. And you also use 2 autopilots for the auto land. So very good question. Any advice for a nervous passenger? Don't fly with me, or don't fly with Dan. No. Last thing I'll say about this, because then I need to talk to you about your descent. You need to have to get the plates in. For a nervous passenger, here's one thing I want you to think about. I've been flying in total, not commercially total, but commercially 18 years, in total 27 years. And the most dangerous part of my day when I go flying is the drive to and from the airport. I've been involved in 2 tips going to the airport and coming back from the airport. But once I get on board the aircraft, it's much, much safer. So that's one thing to think of.
Yeah, and like you say, it's there's that many redundancies with the aircraft, with things that do fail, and we've done failure Fridays, and proved that even when things do go wrong, it's how you mitigate those and you get safely back on the ground. So Al Jackson's in the room.
Hello there.
How you guys doing? Good.
All the way from Canada.
I know, that's amazing. So congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with Restream chats. Oh wow, how cool is that?
Wow.
So where are you headed? Where are you headed? So we're heading back to Heathrow now. So we've gone from Heathrow to Manchester, and we've done a turnaround, and we're now going from Manchester back to Heathrow. So Jerry was flying there on the way there. I'm pilot flying on the way back. Still in the first officer seat, as you would be doing in real life, and the views are amazing from up here. It's a nice clear night this evening. So yeah, it's great, and I appreciate all the likes and shares over on TikTok, and the likes on the red channel, and the watchers on the purple channel. You know who you are. Clubbed out 2008. Is there a tutorial for beginners in this game? Is it straightforward enough? I mean, you can start off on this game very simple, fly, a Cessna, and have a load of assistant controls on, and it will get you enough to get up in the air, and you can go and fly it. Even with the big jets, with the standard aircraft on Microsoft Flight Simulator with assistant controls on, you can pretty much run the throttle up and take off. You can have a fly around and have a play. It depends on how serious you want to take the sim, really. To be honest, you can go full in, immersive experience like we're trying to do this evening, or you can really just have a bit of a play around. So it's really up to you. I did also have to restart my PC before the flight, as Microsoft Flight Simulator was about 10 frames per second. Oh, we've all been there, haven't we, Jerry, with the frames per second?
Yes, we have. But now we've got it sorted. Actually, some nice views out on my side here, Dan.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look at the
let me ask you: can you recognise that area from the layout? Does that look familiar to you? I don't know it now. It's a ring road there. Can you see it just outside my window? An inner ring road and an outer ring road. Now, let me just have a look a little bit further up there now. Does it make sense, you know?
Is it Birmingham?
Is it? Probably is, isn't it?
I don't recognise it's.
Actually, I think you're right. I'm just looking at the road that goes up. The road coming from the south heads on up through the city with a left-hand turn by this, the NEC Centre, is that what you call it? Yeah, the NEC, yeah. And then it goes around and heads back up north. I think you're right. I'm going to
have a look at the...
Actually, you are right, because I'm just... No, Birmingham... No, it's not.
No, that's east. No. That's Nottingham, I think.
Nottingham.
Is it Nottingham? Hold on. Echo Golf Bravo Echo. Actually not. No, I don't know what that one is.
Okay. Actually. Everybody answers on a postcard. Coventry.
Coventry.
Is it? No? Is it?
That's possibly... Let me just zoom out a little bit.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's Coventry. Yeah, Coventry.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. Dan, I set up the box for the ILS approaching Heathrow for you on runway 27 right, and right now you are cleared to send flight level 80.
Flight level 80.
And in traffic, Speedbird 244, descending, leaving flight level 190, descending flight level 80, Homley arrival. Okay. There you go, 180 blue, so that's good.
Okay,
so constraints,
idle, open, descent.
Checks. Constraints, terrain, and we go on to below in the TCAS. Love it. So the arrival happening there is the Homley arrival. The point of Soppet, that's ahead of you there, Dan. You have to be at flight level 150 there. Tobit should be flight level 200, but you're already underneath that. Okay. And at Westcott, you'd be 220 knots. Bovington flight level 70 at 220 knots. So if you were to manage the whole profile, that will actually look after for you.
Oh, really?
But okay. I think there's something strange going on. I don't know what we should do with that. You know.
Okay, I'm being prompted to enter destination date, so I'm guessing you've already done that, like you said.
If you just clear it now, clear it now, it'll be all in. It should be all in there.
And Jerry, you know when obviously we went down to flight level 80.
Yeah.
And you sort of said about the terrain, or sort of, is that standard practice to basically check to make sure as you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You would obviously go through. We didn't go through an arrival briefing here. But if you would go through the arrival briefing, what's going to happen, where you're going, your minimum safe altitudes, what you can go. Bearing in mind, we're just going down to, I just know the UK, and we're descending just to arbitrary levels here on the way in to keep us safe. But no, air traffic control will always keep you safe for terrain. And if you're on the arrival and you're not talking to them, then you'll actually follow a procedure is according to the plate.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And we've got Soppet with a circle.
Soppet, yeah. That's right. It's telling you got to be flight level 150 by Soppet.
Right, okay, yeah.
Now, see the little dot that's coming up? If you look at the altimeter, there's a little green dot creeping up towards the numbers. That means we're getting on profile. Okay. We're exactly where we should be. And if you were to manage the altitude, it would look after it for you now. Okay.
And shall we do that, or should we try
it's up to you. You can look with recover it if it goes wrong.
All right. Okay. So manage now with the altitude.
There you go. That's it now. Now watch it. It'll level off. It's do its own thing. It does speed constraints, and it should look after everything for you there. Right?
And why is the 150 in purple there on my?
Well, it's telling you it's a managed constraint that the computer will look after if you manage it, okay?
Gotcha.
Remember, purple is always managed.
Purple is always?
Managed.
Okay.
Or computer managed, I should say.
Okay, but with the purple, obviously, It's got flight level 150 as the purple though. Shouldn't it be?
It's a constraint.
It's
a
okay,
constraint.
Right, gotcha. Okay.
So what I want you to do now is descend to flight level 70.
Flight level 70.
Now, as we go overfly Soppet, can you see what's beyond it? At Westcott, there's a speed constraint of 220 knots. The aircraft is worked out by the rate that we're going down. We actually start reducing our speed now to 220 knots. See what it's after doing in the speed? It's targeting 220 knots. So it's going to try and meet that constraint for you.
Got you. Okay, yeah.
So there we go. Aaron said that was Coventry that we flew by. Yes, thank you very much for that. It was a little bit of a where are we moment. And where we're flying to? We're flying to London Heathrow. And Dan is going to show us how it's done. Isn't that right, Dan?
Something like that. Something like that. I mean, you made such a good job of the landing that I really can't afford to mess this one up, Jerry.
No, I swear I won't be poking you and pressing buttons on you and stuff like that, you know.
Can we land in Swansea again? Not tonight, actually. We're doing an A to B flight, so from Manchester to Heathrow. We've done Heathrow to Manchester. Now we're doing the return leg from Manchester back to Heathrow. So yeah, we will do a landing request at some point soon, I'm sure, in the future. It was a good evening.
Now, just point to note, Dan. Point to note while it's happening. Look at the Westcott point. It's 220 knots, and look when the aircraft calculated it should bring back the power. Look when it's going to meet 220 knots right at that point. So it calculates it extremely well.
Wow!
And then it will start diving to flight level 70 to be flight 70 at Bovington. That's how it works.
Okay. Wow.
There we go.
Look at that.
Use this information.
It's cool though. I mean, even the development of the fly-by-wire, it's improved. I mean, since we've been streaming together, it's just got better and better, hasn't it? The fly-by-wire.
It really has.
You know.
Yeah, well, it really has. In fairness, sake, you know.
Have you got any tips on funding my pilot's license, and if I should do A level? So Tyler, basically, funding is always a big problem for most people, unless you're fortunate to have parents in a good situation, let's say, or you've come into money by some other means. But if not, then I'm afraid that the only advice really is to try and get yourself the best paid job you could possibly get, or a few paid jobs, and save, you know, as much as you can, or pay as you go as much as you can, and just get the hours clocks in. I would try and save a little bit, and then that would mean that you can, as well as paying as you go, you can then double up. So you can have like 2 lessons a week instead of 1 lesson a week, or, you know, if you can only afford 2 lessons a month, usually it would mean that you'd be able to have 4 lessons a month if you have a bit of savings to supplement it. There's no easy way, I'm afraid, Tyler. That's the truth of it, really.
Always the biggest problem. Always the biggest problem. I work with many a guy now who they funded it via lending institutions, and yeah, it's always the same story. 3 to 5 years paying back the loan while they're working, and seems to be the mini mortgage before they go and get their big mortgage in life, like, you know.
We got flight plan discontinuity, so am I okay to clear that?
Correct.
Yeah,
you are, because it's exactly what it should be there. The flight plan discontinuity.
Okay.
After Bovington, it'll default into its whatever heading it's on now at this moment in time. So that'll be good enough for the initial party approach. But initially, we're passing 10. So,
passing 10.
Belts, lights and belts, Dan. And if you can activate the approach phase in the box.
Activate the approach phase in the box. Okay, and okay, so approach checklist.
Yes.
Cabin crew.
Are advised.
Seatbelts.
are on.
Briefing and nav aids.
Premises for ILS runway 27 right of India Alpha. Alpha is identifying in the bottom left hand corner of the PFD.
Okay, MDA DH.
It's 280 feet.
ECAM status
is checked.
EFS and iPad.
It's stowed. Sorry, I'm just I'm just looking at somebody. Something.
I've seen it.
It's Aaron Pillars also high by position by to the 5'4" and sitting in the front seat. I'm gonna hunt that one down now.
Oh dear, I love it.
Okay, Dan. So for now, if you pick up a heading of 120 degrees, sorry, 110 degrees.
110.
No, that's the speed. That's the speed. That's the speed. You've got to be. You must watch. You got to be careful.
Okay, and heading. Okay, so
I've seen co-pilots losing their hand over that.
Yeah, I bet. I put it back to managed. Is that right with the speed?
That's perfect. Yeah, managed.
So actually, how do you? Well, there is no way apart from making sure that that's drilled into your head, I suppose.
Be careful.
Does that happen in real life? You know, with green first officers, etc.
Yeah, if you ever see a first officer with no hand, that means he placed it on. And somebody had just took it off him, you know. Don't touch that!
I love it.
No, it can happen, but hey, look, it's not the worst thing in the world to happen because it can be rectified very quickly. But it's just being careful.
Very embarrassing, I'd imagine, when that happens for the first officer.
It will be when you get to the ground, yeah. So you're clear to descend altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Sorry. Oh, pants, come on. .3,000 feet, QNH 1018. Set once, set twice.
And it checks, just double check QNH, and it is 1018. Perfect. So trust that 11%, 3,000 feet, perfect. Oh, Dan, you're playing a blinder here.
Look at that.
Heathrow's really clear tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, have we got ATC at Heathrow or?
No, I don't think so. Let me just double check to see. No, they're all closed down tonight. They knew that we were about and decided no way. Not dealing with these guys.
Aaron said, "Is that purely fuel save?" I'm not too sure what that relates to. I'm not sure if you've covered it on the ground as I've just joined. A320 recent BCN. I'm not too sure what that's Aaron referring to, but
yeah.
Do you know,
No.
And do airlines have programs to train up pilots who fly military first? You might be able to answer that one, but what I do know, Jerry, is that a few years back, I don't know which airline it was, but one of the airlines was putting an advert in the military RAF magazines, trying to say, we'll give you, X amount salary if you convert, over from pilots, and they'd pay for the conversion, etc. Obviously, with a pilot being on around 35 grand a year, or something like that, or I think the max is like 45. It was a massive draw, and it was taking a lot of skilled RAF pilots straight out of the, out of the system. So it's a big problem for the RAF, and I think they. Oh yeah,
it's the same. It's the same. I think in a lot of other countries that would have a bit of a. I won't say it may not even be an official handover program from the military into the commercial, because I think they have to do extra exams as well, because it's not. They don't have they have to upskill their license for commercial. Apparently. Oh. Yeah. Somebody else is on the line here. One second. Oh yeah, it's only somebody. It's just Unicom. But anyway, yeah. There is 2 to go. There is
check.
Let's just say probably a little bit more of a keenness for an airline to look at you if you've served in the military, but not necessarily all the time,
Yeah. So Aaron's original question about fuel saving was actually taxiing on one engine. Yeah. So do you want to answer that, Jerry?
Yeah, taxiing on one engine, it is a fuel saving program, and also when you think about it, it's a little bit of maintenance program as well, because something that's not running is not wearing. So yeah, fuel saving is the main one. Straightforward enough. I think years ago there was even a proposal by a very big red airline that works in the UK, and they had an interesting concept. It could have been just for advertising, that they were going to get all the aircraft towed out to the start of the runway, started up there, and then they just off they go, because the Airbus 340 was burning so much fuel on the taxi out, you know. But they got a lot of media attention, let's put it that way.
and Jerry, actually,
speed 210 flaps 1, please.
Flaps 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Jerry, back in the day, they used to use the reverse thrusters to actually push back, didn't they? I heard.
Oh, that was a very frowned. Yeah, until a few windows on terminals got smashed by flying stones.
Oh, really? Oh, my word. Yeah.
He says, we better not do that again. Turn right heading 180, please.
180.
Yeah. Oh, all those messages just flying through there.
My dad was a parachute tester. If they didn't work, he just took them back. This is brilliant, guys. Thank you. No problem, Aaron. Thanks for joining the stream. I do appreciate everybody's support. So, I mean, it's the first return flight here. My dad said a miracle needs to happen if I want to be a pilot. Oh, blimey, that's not very nice.
Well, let me just say, can I just put in there, I heard the same thing from my school teacher. And you just keep going.
Yeah.
No matter what.
It's
have
look,
fun with it. Fun or not, just keep going.
It's important. Oh, well, look, we've got some views of London, actually. I'm just look at that. You got the Shard.
Oh, yeah.
On the right hand side.
Canary Wharf there on the left.
Okay, what else we got?
I've got the O2.
Yeah, London Bridge.
On my side, I can see the London City Airport. Turn right heading 240. You're clear for the approach.
240. And clear for the approach.
Oh, sorry, make that 210. My apologies. 210.
210.
That's it. Clear for the approach.
Clear for the approach. Okay, set approach.
So press the armed approach. There we go.
Autopilot 2.
Autopilot 2. Yeah, there we go. Or AP2 for you.
I tell you what, this must look incredible on this approach in real life, Jerry.
It is. On a night like this, I was very fortunate enough from air traffic control was able to vector me around, and right over the night that the UK was finishing the Olympics and we're having the finishing ceremony, we were straight over it, looking down at the fireworks inside the stadium.
This almost feels like GA flying, you know, when you're this sort of low over the city.
Exactly.
It's crazy, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's very good, like, you know.
Kim said cracking views, and keep it stock. Said looks amazing as well. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Love it.
Aaron says we've seen props planes reverse themselves on the old 111s out in Newcastle. Never seen it since. You probably won't anymore. Speed 188, flaps 2, please.
Flaps 2. And Matthew Allen said, I'm on final now, going to land before they do. I love it. Where are you guys? So we're coming into Heathrow Airport. Heathrow Airport at the moment. Okay.
So Heathrow traffic, Speedbird 244, 10.5 miles, 27 right, full stop landing. There we go.
Okay, and flaps 3?
No.
Oh.
No.
No, not yet.
No, we're okay for the moment.
Okay.
How far out are we there on the ILS? Just under 10 miles?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we wait till about 6 miles, we take the gear, then flaps 3 and then flaps 4.
Oh, okay, so gear first, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so glide slope start, 3 is set for the missed approach. Now, in real life, Heathrow would have you now flying 180 knots.
Oh, really?
Sorry, yeah, 180 knots and then 160 at 4. And, they've got to keep everybody tight, but, know exactly where they... But we're sauntering in here at 145 knots. as if we own Heathrow.
2,500.
Yeah, so...
Got to keep an eye out for this guy. Hold on. Okay, somebody's gone in on the left. Another fella is coming out to taxiing, so this could get interesting. We'll see what happens.
Blimey, it's all happening.
So again, if we have to go around, Dan, is pushing the throttles forward and just pitching up the follow the flight directors.
Sure. And and your pilot monitoring would be taking the flaps to 3, would they usually?
Pilot monitoring will do probably nothing till it's called for.
Oh, really?
Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So,
okay, so
about now, you'd ask me gear down.
Gear down.
Alright, so gear comes down. And now, anytime once you put the gear down, now you call for flaps 3, flaps full, and then we do the landing checks.
Okay, so 145 flaps 3. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Check flaps 3 at checks, and one more.
And flap full.
Speed checks, flap full. Full. So landing checks, please.
Okay, landing checklist. Barrel reference.
Q and H set.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
ECAM memo.
Is landing no blue.
Okay, land checklist complete.
A very good piece of detail I want to just point out. Look at the temperature of the wheels.
Oh yeah, temperature. Yeah.
The temperatures are 185, 170, 140. So it keeps the temperatures from the last sector. Like we're still hot.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah. There you go. You're manually flying, eh?
Manually flying, yeah.
Ah, okay.
It feels weird landing it from the right seat.
Yeah.
1,000.
Okay, auto thrust out as well.
You are stabilized.
I don't like flying from the right seat. It feels weird.
Get used to it. That's your first assignment. And the joystick will be in your right hand as well.
Oh my word!
Sorry, I should say the side stick will be in your right hand, and the throttles will be in the left. Check speed.
Yeah, check speed. Thank you.
Heathrow traffic speed we're 244, 2.5 miles, landing 27 right. So your lights are running, checks please 3 greens, flaps are full, and you are now clear to land.
100 above. 300.
Right, big expectations down on a butter landing here now.
Oh my word, I don't know about that. We'll see.
Yeah, well, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good.
100.
There we go. Whoa.
Oh dear.
50.
There we go.
40.
Nice.
30.
Nice.
20. Retard.
There we go.
10. 5.
Okay, reverse thrust.
There we go. Spoilers. Reverse screen. Decel. Exit. So we take that off. Take the flight directors off. There we go, Dan. So
okay.
Keep going down there now. Keep taxing down. We'll put it back where we found it.
Oh dear.
So flaps are all up and spoilers are disarmed.
APU.
And the APU is already on the way.
Oh dear.
So there you go. Well done. Well done.
Okay, we got ground active here before we upset somebody.
No, we have nothing. I've just checked. We have nothing here, unfortunately.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Heathrow, everybody.
Hold on. I think it just became alive.
Okay,
Just,
blimey.
yes, it just became alive.
Okay, I'll get the radio.
Oh, no, get off the runway. Get off the runway.
Oh, look, okay, yeah. Well.
Whatever you do, get off the runway.
There we go.
There we go. Turn right.
Turn right.
And I'll just get the tower. It's only have to come in alive. No. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No. Oh, hold on. It is. It's back. It's back.
Okay.
Let me just try it again.
Do you want me to switch him over, or are you okay?
No, it's alright. Heathrow traffic ground. Sorry, Heathrow ground. Good evening, speedboard 244. Vacate 27 right.
Speedboard 244. Hello. Sorry, you were contacting me. Taxi Bravo Link 55 stand 509.
Bravo Link 55 stand 509. Speedboard 244. Now, would you believe that's one stand away from where we were?
So, oh, really?
Yeah. So straight on the way down. Keep going straight all the way down.
Yeah.
All the way down. And just a little chicane to the left and right, and keep going all the way down to the Heathrow terminal. Right. So I'll switch on the. Sorry, do the after landing checks.
The previous aircraft who just came off the runway because I just logged in. I didn't know if he knew I was here.
Did you hear that? You didn't know that you know he was here, but we knew you were here.
Okay, we're entering the street now. Right.
So continue on down.
Okay.
Sorry
about that. We've had a bit of a power cut in the house.
Have we?
So yeah, so I don't know how we're still going. Oh,
it's magic.
Okay, move these. Thank you everybody for joining the stream. I really do appreciate it. We've got a lot more. We've got a lot of like ground traffic that's sort of like in my way, which is a strange one. So have you ever parked at this stand then, Jerry?
So no, haven't. I wouldn't park down here. No, in fairness. So what we're going to do is come up and continue on. There's going to be a turn in here now. He never quite gave me clear instructions, but I'll verify what I'm now in a moment anyway. So the after landing checklist is complete.
After landing checklist complete. Thank you so much.
Okay. So see the terminal. That's the big terminal now, not this one to the left. The next one down. We're going in there somewhere.
So is this is this the prime seats in Heathrow? Is this the?
I think so. Yeah. I'll just double check them. And speedboard 244. Just confirm it's the next left and stand 509.
Speedboard 244. Yep. Next left, and then first right is the stand straight ahead of you.
That's great. Thank you. So next left.
Nothing further for you, I'm afraid. So Unicom on 122 decimal 8. Good night.
UK pilot 509 right on A gate straight out, and the car in 15 minutes. Oh dear.
Okay, so down here, first right, and he says it's somewhere straight ahead. And the nice part about it, Dan, this stand is lit up, so it's quite nice.
It looks really nice.
I'll switch off the runway lights, and we don't need those when we turn on stand.
Okay, and
509. That's 511. Where it's straight ahead. We departed from the stand to our left earlier on, and we're putting it back basically where we got it.
Okay, so we where's the stand?
Straight ahead. Straight ahead. No, back to keep going. No. Right. You're turning well off it. That's your stand. Straight ahead. You in there.
There's a plane there at the moment.
Okay, you keep going in. It's not in his system.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you roughly when to.
Okay.
Okay. I see what you mean there. That's only an AI one, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay. How strange.
Yeah. So you can stop there, and we'll disconnect from flats in. That'll sort that out.
It's okay. Yeah.
Disconnect from VATSIM.
There we go. Strobes are on. Oh no.
Yeah, it's alright. You disconnect from VATSIM there, yeah?
I'll disconnect from VATSIM.
There you go.
There we go.
And switch the strobes off. There we go. We are good. So let's check. So engine 1 off. Start park and brake. Engine 1 off.
Park and brake. Engine 1 off.
And engine 2 off.
Engine 2 off.
Seatbelts off.
Seatbelts off.
And the beacon off.
Okay.
We're done.
Well, thank you ever so much, Jerry. That was fantastic. And to be fair, I've really I've learned a little bit more, with the flying side. I really need to sort of brush up on my flows, that's for sure. But it's been really enjoyable. It's been nice to do a sort of a full there and back flight as well.
Well, on a normal day now, on a normal roster in a typical airline, you'd be ready to do that again, up and back again.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So that would be our day's work done.
That's cool, isn't it?
Excellent. Enjoy that.
I just I suppose really now we're going to sort of say our byes, but if you have any quick questions before we go, and then please let them go in. And actually, just while you're doing that, Jerry, do you want to answer some questions while I go in the house and just find out what's going on?
Absolutely. So let's see what we have here.
It's an evening with Jerry then there, so 2 seconds and I'll be back with you. Answer the questions while you're here.
Yeah, exactly. UK pilot. Oh no, that was earlier on there. So, Jen, what are the radio comms generated from you guys? We're actually using VATSIM this evening, so we were on the way up. I don't know whether you were on the stream earlier on. We actually had a fairly good service, full service all the way up from clearance, delivery, taxi, and departure, and is a good service on the ground in Manchester. So VATSIM is the one that you need. Sometimes we get very lucky and you have a full ATC service all the way, and that's basically the Flight Simmer's world in air traffic control. So we connect them up and it works very well. So what else do you fly for? An airline, a big airline? 4 sectors, not a chance. I think I know you, UK pilot. Not know you, but I've seen you on social media. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be doing that. No, you certainly wouldn't, and neither will I anymore. How often do you use the autopilot to land the plane? Effectively, I'd say I'm guessing about twice, maybe 3 times a year. UK pilot, I don't know about it. You might get a little bit more fog over that direction due to the water around Heathrow Airport, but I only seem to have to do about twice a year for low-vis landings. What part of Ireland are you from? Originally Dublin, but living a bit north of Dublin now. And how long have you guys been playing this? I'm currently studying for my GCSEs. I went back to 1985 when we had the wireframe graphics, or even a little bit later than that, I should say, 1990. Dan, pretty much the same. Ireland is in, so there's much. So there are much problems with rats or hares on the runway in Heathrow. There is, yeah. You would see a fair few of them, all right. You see a fair few of them, all right, knocking around the place. It is a bit of a problem at most airports. UK pilot 5-10 times through the winter on a short haul European Russell. Yeah, it does much. Just have a lot of water around the area, which seems to bring up the extra 1 or 2 requirements. when is the second runway in Dublin coming on stream? How long is a piece of string? I've no idea. What was the first plane you ever flew, Jerry? Commercially, it was the 146. So that was an interesting one. The funny part about that aircraft is you used to come in and have a look at it and open up the tech log and see what was working. No, that wasn't not what wasn't working. You assumed everything didn't work, and you just open her up and say, "Oh, thank God we've got that today. Thank God we've got that today." But it was a great old airplane, it was,
Oh dear.
Hopefully, if it was a short haul, sometimes 2 of its sectors over 3 to 4 hours, and if it's sectors like this, you would do about 4, and that was about it. I think I got through everything there, Dan. How's the power in the house?
So it was actually one of the is it RCDs? You know, the whole sort of strip had gone, so that's why there was some power, but not others. You know, so split up in the board. Anyway, failure Friday happened outside the cockpit today. Oh dear. Yvonne's in the chat. Hi, as well. What happened to circuit board, fuse board? Power. It was half. It wasn't a power cut, so it was half. I think something must have tripped it, just that part of the board. Otherwise, it'd have been a very short stream if the whole of the computers went as well.
You would have seen Dan getting sucked out the window. Gone. That was it. I would have been on my own.
Oh dear. But I just want to say a big thank you for everybody that's joined the stream. Liked and shared as always. Also the tippers of this evening, we've got Cedric with £4 and Craig Salter 420 over on the Streamlabs tipping system, and obviously the last tipper gets sort of a static sort of view on that bottom right of the screen. I want to say thank you for everybody with the gifts as well on TikTok and liking the posts on there. I want to thank Jerry as well. Absolutely, as always, Jerry. So give it his time. I'm just going to pop over to the Jerry Cam. So Fly Island is his tag. So for everyone that's watching, there's about 80 odd people watching on this stream at the moment. Go and follow Fly Island. So you may already be following myself. You may already be following Fly Island. I know a few of you are already following Fly Island. But Fly Island top right is Jerry. And we look forward to doing a few more streams like this, and we're trying to sort of introduce new things every time, and a big shout out to the Patreon members, of course. Again, I'll mention those now. So the Patreon members is a monthly membership, and they help support the account further. So we got Harry Young, Letchlin Mitchell, and that's in economy. You can get your seat by going to patreon.com/flyuk. And Living UK, Niall Conway, Steve Rowe, Darren Shearer, Jimmy Huggins, Bradley Scarisbrick is in business class. Again, a big shout out to those members supporting in business. And in first class, we have Christian, John Restall, Kim Williams, Cedric Lorch, and Matthew Allen, Mitch Davis. And we've got another 6 seats available in first class there. But again, I can't thank you, everybody, however you support the channel. Thanks for supporting Fly UK and Fly Island. I really do appreciate it, and we will see you all at some point soon. Not too sure when the next stream will be, but keep your eye out. We'll put some posts out, and we look forward to seeing you again.
I'll just tell a little secret. We have a Concorde, and that's all I'm saying.
Oh yes.
That's all I'm saying. We have a Concorde.
So that may be on the cards. Somewhere. So,
I'm still trying to figure out how to switch the thing on.
Well, the dual cockpit's going to be certainly interesting with that, isn't it?
It's going to be one of those, Dan. I'll have to get in the engineer seat because I'm just trying to get through the bits and pieces. You know what I mean, at the moment. And I'll sit in the back and you'll sit up the front on your own. Anyway,
I love it.
That's for another time.
Thank you ever so much, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.